Hello, everybody. How good is opening round? Fucking hell, man. Bring it on every year. Let's play fucking round zero every year. If it's up to me. Fucking hell. How good was that? How are you, Benny?
Red. Hey, mate. Red hot.
Yeah, it was
It's good
fantastic
to
to
hear.
see you today. Had the wonderful opportunity at half time to catch up with the great Benny Zero and Andreas also from Black and White United.
Good,
Yeah,
good
caught
little
up, had a good
half-time
time.
debrief.
Yeah, I caught the train home together with Andreas as well. So we had a nice chat. I reckon we dissected the whole game on the way home. So yeah, it was
Dress
all good.
rehearsal.
Yeah,
Nice.
how's everyone in the chat? All the boys have jumped across uh, from Pies Footy. That's good to see. All
The
right,
usual
so
suspects.
yeah. Usual suspects are covered in. I know. I love you all, man.
Yeah.
Stefanos, Bello, Voidoid. There you go. They're all here. All right. I'll get Kev on as well.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's happening,
Hey,
Kev?
Kev.
All good?
Not much. Not much.
Were you at the game today?
I was, yeah, by myself, so it was good.
Oh,
Really
man.
good.
I apologize. I should have texted you, man. You could have caught up with all of us, mate. We had a good little chin wag at half time.
Oh, mate. Oh, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, me and Benny have got an agreement. When we meet up at half time, we don't make any predictions about what's going to happen in the second half. Because I caught up with Benny in the prelim last year, and we started saying, yeah, we'll smash them in the fucking second half, and we shit the bed. So, yeah,
No more of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Take it as it comes.
pretty much.
yeah.
No,
I'll tell you
but
what,
it
go,
was a
Kev.
good game. It was definitely a good game. Like, I did like what I saw from Steele, Parker, in particular. Billy Frampton stood up when it mattered. Um, yeah, it is interesting, the forwards. I thought John DeGoey played really well. 3 goals. Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
that
especially
first
outstanding
quarter,
clearances.
he was on fire, and I loved McCreary's third quarter. 2 goals in a row. That especially that one where Pendle's handballed to him and he just slotted it in. Beautiful. There's a lot of good moments tonight, but at the same time, we didn't smash him. But you just got the big W. That's all you want, man. A
Yeah.
big win right at
Especially
the
first
start.
half.
Get the season up and running. We're used to losing the first
Exactly.
game. It's good to
Yeah.
get that win on the board. And all right, now we've got plenty to talk about tonight. You know, it's
Yeah.
we're not gonna be all moaning and groaning. There's a lot of positives to talk about for tonight's game. All right,
Yeah.
everyone's jumping on. Okay, ultimate greatness, Mr.
Serious.
Sean.
Hey, Sean.
How are you, pal?
Hey, what's going on? Are you guys able to hear me?
Perfectly clear, mate.
Yep. Oh man, I'm just seeing all of the cameras on. I'm thinking maybe might need to put on mine.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, do it.
Mate, put it on, man.
Yeah, I'm just putting on. I don't know what they call these. Is it like a hoodie, like a hoodie or something like that? Just putting
I've got
that
no
on.
idea what
Just so
you're
I got
talking about.
something. Oh
Yeah.
when I got the camera on, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'll just put that on real quick, and then I'll turn the camera on, and then you guys can see the pretty face.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Ron Burgundy right now, Mick. I've got the boxer shorts on. So it's
Yeah.
party downstairs and professional upstairs. I won't stand up.
A big congratulations to Kev because Kev tipped us to win by 13. And what did we win by?
Red
12?
hot, Kev.
We
Red
won by
hot.
12, didn't we? Yeah. So Kev and Mello in the chat, they're the ones that got the closest there. But Benny, you're the man that all of us had some premonitions for last night, and Benny said Dan Houston was going to have an absolute fucking cracker of a game. I would call that performance a cracker. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. unfortunately for me, I said it was going to be Ed Allen's breakout game. So that didn't happen. A lot of people said Buller was going to be on fire. We'll go through all these later, but Kevin Mello got the closest margin. All right,
It's my last prediction for the year, mate, because I don't want to F up my record for big calls, you know.
Today I spent some time doing some spreadsheets, so I'm going to note during the week. I give myself a bit of homework. I'll note down everyone's predictions, and we'll see how everyone's going. Everyone's going to have their own separate document, and I'm going to highlight in green all the good stuff you say, all the stuff that comes true, and I'll highlight in red all the stuff that you got horribly wrong. And if your sheet at the end of the year is more green than red, then you're going to get a lot of respect from the Magpie Army. All right, who else we got here? Chris Talbot, there he is. How are you, Chris?
Hey, Mick. Hey, Sean.
How are you, mate?
Kev. Hey, Kev.
You're a happy man.
You're very happy. I'm very happy because of Perryman. I said it to Anthony on his show. I think Perryman's going to shut out Naz.
That's it. I was saying that during the week as well. I was big on that. Perryman on Naz. Now, as you can see on the screen there, they've put Naz as one of their best players. Now,
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I think
why?
Pez tagged him and had more posies. So there you go. That's I think Pez is just one of
So in terms of their best, Naz made it for St Kilda, but Pez didn't make it for Collingwood.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's a
joke. Yeah. I think Pez is one of those players that no matter what he does, it's going to be hard for him to get respect. Like, look at Kane Corns wanted him delisted last year, you know. So he's not going to get the attention, you know. But we know what he does, mate. He's an absolute class act. We know.
I'm trying to think of the game. It might have actually been Winhager against St Kilda, but it was like I remember there was a game where the media tried to hype up as one of the players when they had like Dacos, and the Dacos still had like 28, 30 disposals. And I was like, oh, that's like the best tagging game we've like ever seen, blah, blah. It's like, Nick still got 30 disposals. Like, what are we talking about? Like, and he kicked a goal, I think, as well. Like, I want to say maybe it might have been St Kilda, but it was one of the teams. And I just remember just like laughing at it because it was just so crazy, the fact that it's like you're trying to hype this tagging job up as this greatest thing, and like Nick was basically best on ground.
Nick had a class game, and that's normal. Yeah, if some average player has the game that Nick played tonight, he'll be getting write-ups in every paper, and what's his name, Kane Corns and David King will be doing a special segment on that player. But Nick just does it every week, man.
Yeah.
And they say he's overrated.
These clowns haven't even got Brad Hill in St Kilda's best. He might have been their best player for the night.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. What I'll do is throughout this morning, I'll be asking you guys for your 3-2-1s. In the chat, don't put it in just yet. What I'll do is I'll just say, for example, I'll say, Voidoid, give me your 3-2-1, because if he's all chuck them on now, there's no fucking way I'll be able to write them all down and conduct the show at the same time. It'll just be impossible. I'll just ask you as we go along. All right. Talking points for tonight's game. So many. Pendles. What a game by Pendles, man. Just Rolls Royce shit, man.
Yeah.
So important in that last quarter. That was very similar to the premiership. He seemed to be everywhere, and he seemed to calm the boys down. We really absorbed all their forward pressure. I don't know what the stats are, but I think they had plus 23 going inside 50. That's ridiculous, man. And we still won by 2 goals. I think that's pretty much been a thing for us where we absorb the pressure and just to see Big Billy, the much maligned Billy Frampton, I felt sorry for him today. He did his best, yeah. He probably got outmarked a couple of times, but he was a lone hand as the tall back over there, and he did well. It's so much different. Like when you're a few of us were at the game, and you haven't got the advantage of commentators telling you what's going on and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, with Billy, I reckon he stood tall. Like he did as good as he could do. Like, all right, we understand the disposal was a bit fucked, but that's just the way it is. And he did well. Fucking Bruzzy Maynard, I don't think they put him in the best.
He battled, mate, all night. He was
Oh
there.
yeah. All right,
Wait,
I'll get up.
Have they not put Q in there? Q, I don't know if I'm spoiling it, but I reckon Q was best on.
Yeah,
Oh, they don't even have Q in there. That's wild. He was like, I don't know if he's best by country mile, but yeah, I would have had probably DeGoey probably 3 votes, and yeah, Q was a close second, and then I'm trying to divvy up who should get the 1.
Yeah.
Like I think Q was insane tonight. Like,
I'm just going to get the player stats up. Is that nice and big? Let me.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. You know, one thing I want Kane Corns to do on the Monday show is to apologise to the Collingwood Football Club and admit that he was wrong and Collingwood were right for resting their senior players.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree, Kev. I agree.
Because that cunt has criticised us for when we when Nick Dacos' cramp last year, and yet as soon as we managed our senior players, he had 41 disposals and yet dominated in the game. And yet I want him to admit that he was wrong and Collingwood medical staff was right.
Yeah.
But like,
all right, guys.
Because that comment was for last season. It wasn't like a continuous take.
But even so, like, if you're going to be critical of, because don't forget, like last year he played in a in us 2 preseason games. This year he only played in a state origin game, and he didn't play in a official preseason game and the unofficial one. So I think that he does need to say I was wrong. Collingwood were correct into at least managing the senior players in that instance where it worked out well. If you're going to be critical of Nick Dacos for cramping last year and then not and then going hard at the club for not playing some of your senior players and only playing like a VFL side, well, it's only fair that you admit that you got that one wrong and it worked out well for Collingwood's favour.
Yeah. Is that see this in the chat from Josh? Did if anyone was watching the broadcast, did Kane Corns have a go at Pez again in the pre-game, or some other commentator? Who was that? If anyone can elaborate.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise. Cause, I mean the fact that that's the thing. Like, I mean, even just with players in general, like I feel like we don't put the respect on the names of like role players. Like role players are literally the backbone of the whole AFL, let alone just Collingwood. Like it just annoys me when we have so many people out there that are like, especially when it comes to like the trade period, and you pick up, it actually annoyed me in what the 22 trade period, and we picked up like Mitchell, Frampton, McStay, and Bobby Hill. because the whole point of that when people saw, we picked up these guys was, but Tom Mitchell isn't going to win you a Brownlow, or when you get McStay, he's not going to win you a Coleman, or all these like extreme things. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's like they're there to play a role. They do those roles, to a competent level. We're not looking to get people that will win Brownlows and Colemans and all this stuff, especially when we're only dishing out. Like, Tom Mitchell was 2 third-round picks when we got Tom Mitchell, because really Ollie Henry was in that trade and he was the pick 25 part of it. I think, Bobby Hill was pretty much a second rounder and he ended up winning the Norm Smith. So there you go. So he ended up winning something. And then you got like the other guys as well. It's just I don't know, it's just the lack of respect for the role players, and just there's just no appreciation because there's just so much focus. I don't know. We just have there's a lot of people out there that just have a mindset where it's all about the casual mindset's all about, who's winning the Brownlow, who's winning the Coleman, who's winning all these awards, when really the focus should be about winning flags. And should be about, who in your team, who are the bottom 6 players in your best 23, and then like how good are they? Because those are the players that make up the difference. Because if you can have guys that makes very little mistakes, those are the teams that go off and win flags.
Yeah, you're right.
And also too. One thing on ultimate greatness point there is too is like a lot of people have written us off, including our own supporter base. Like, you guys, our fan base are forgetting that we made a prelim, we made a grand final prelim, and only just missed out on finals due to having 2 draws and percentage as well. Like, we made some changes last year as well when we made Will Hoskinelli at retirement and that sort of thing. Mason Cox is no longer there. So like, you can't just say that we'll be bottom 6 or we'll be like 12th to 13th. And yet tonight's performance shows you that we keep playing the way that we're playing, we're going to go somewhere. Like, we're a top 14. We're not a bottom 14 like certain other teams are. So
we proved today we can win when the other team is like really pressure, putting the pressure on going forward and stuff. We can absorb it and we can win the game because we know what to do in the real clinch moments. Hey guys, I'm just going to get Matt has been waiting patiently backstage. I'm going to get him in. G'day, Matt.
G'day, Mick. G'day, fellas.
Matt's going to pontificate on his love for Dan Houston and maybe for Lipinski and maybe for Fly right now, I reckon.
Well, I've got to give some love to Dan Houston because he did the impossible today. He did what no player's ever done before. When you have a very good halfback flanker, you can't have another good halfback flanker, apparently. But no, he proved that wrong. You can have 2 good halfback flankers in the same team. It's amazing. No, shows he can do it, didn't it? Can't he? That's great. Keep it up.
Yeah.
He did it against Port Adelaide last year, very early on. He spanked them and showed that what he can do. So more of that, please, Big Dan. Good.
Yeah.
No,
I
very
think
very impressed with that.
Oh, good.
Here you go. I'm done.
I was just about to say, and I think the other factor we need to take into account with St Kilda is that St Kilda love to take away, the way teams want to play the game of football as well. So the fact that we've got them out of the way, I mean, we've got Adelaide next week, and that'll be interesting because, their defensive game is nowhere near as strong as St Kilda's. Obviously, their midfield and their forward line is far stronger, which is why they're probably a team that is going to finish in the top half of the ladder. But Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when teams aren't going to be so defensive against us, how much we can sort of like perform, because are we going to be having games where we're going to be winning by 40 plus? I mean, time will tell, but I think we do got to consider when it comes to St Kilda as well as we played, and as well as we also didn't play, because I felt like I don't know in terms of like gears and stuff, but I mean I never felt that we were really in the top gear at like any point. Like I felt like, as much as we certainly had moments where we looked like pretty good, but we weren't. If there's like say 5 total gears, I really feel like we didn't really get out of like third gear even.
No,
like
agree. That's what I was saying with Anthony earlier.
yeah.
It's like we didn't actually play that well, and we still got the win. And,
yeah, it was just cruising. Like we just
we cruised. Like late on, when we just started chipping it around to just burn the clock, we could have easily just kept trying to bang on a few more goals, but we're just so good at that, just killing the game.
Yeah.
And also don't forget too that St Kilda made it difficult in that because they wanted to slow us down, and the only way that we could, when we're trying to go quick, it was to trying to shift their defense as much as we possibly could, so we could try to score that way as well. And when we were able to score, it was our handballing game, it was our kicking game, and then they missed some opportunities, and so did we. But again, like it's the first game of the season, and as the season goes along, I think that it would definitely make us better. I think personally.
Yeah. The only thing wrong with tonight, it's the obvious one, is the tall forwards. We bombed it long, a lot. Buller was crashing packs, but he just couldn't get the mitts on it. Neither could McStay, neither could Membry. There was a couple of times where they kind of like ran into each other and spoiled themselves.
Yeah, there was the first quarter where I think it was McStay like
Yeah.
literally told him off, being like, "Hey, that's my position. Like, find your own position."
Was he telling off Buller or Membry?
No. So
Buller.
I think it was 10 minutes into the first quarter. Yeah, it was Buller. So that's probably a lack of knowing your positioning, and because with Membry's been playing the game for, I don't know what the number is, but it's obviously over a decade. So he'll know where to be, what to do. So I think that's just a learning situation from Buller. So he'll only get better from that, and knowing where everyone's going to run, their patterns and all that stuff. But I found that very interesting. I also liked the fact that McStay also told him off.
Me too.
Because that also shows that he's got that shows that he gives a shit, and that shows that it's like, hey, we've got a standard. Don't fall under that standard. So
it cost us a shot on goal.
Yeah,
it cost us a shot on goal. So
Yeah.
McStay is a senior member,
punch the ball or
and
something,
Buller is a junior member, and McStay has every right to say, "Hey, don't do that." Like I would have gobbled that up, and you brought your opponent in and made it a contest.
Yeah.
If anything, he should have been standing back and blocking for him.
Absolutely. Didn't he? No, I thought he didn't punch the ball, but the fact that he jumped up and he made contact with McStay, it's like he shouldn't have even existed in that contest.
Well, his opponent followed Buller in. His opponent followed Buller in, so it was the weight of two guys behind him that sort of pushed him under the ball.
Yeah.
And McStay had the ball in the mark, and then Buller, I think, punched it out of his hands.
Do you remember last night I was saying, Mick, that we were too tall down there? I reckon we're one too tall. We're one tall too many down there.
Yeah, because we seem to play like a chaos ball type of game, and that suits smaller forwards, So with that type of game style, you probably only need your two talls rather than like three. Like we had, the three talls there. With a chaos style, you may as well have, smaller forwards and hopefully one of those. We've already got Elliott there that can take a fucking specky or a contested mark, and Geordie resting in the forward line. You know.
And it's the theme that's continuing is when McStay plays, Elliott averages less than 2 goals a game, and we don't know this year when he doesn't play. But last year when McStay didn't play, Elliott was averaging 4 goals a game. That's because he is the full forward. Jamie Elliott is our full forward. He's our hit-up guy. He doesn't play like a normal small forward. So you don't need 3 big guys and him.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question I was going to ask. How many weeks do you give like the tall forwards if they don't work?
Good question.
I reckon if it continues like this for the next couple of rounds, I reckon they'll look at really getting rid of one of Buller or Membry. And Buller, you might need to keep him there to help out with the ruck duties.
Buller contest. The good thing about Buller is at least 5 or 6 times tonight he flew up, he got his hands on it, he didn't mark it, but he brought it to ground. McStay doesn't do that. McStay really does that.
Yeah.
So that's a good base for Buller. If he can build on that, he'll clunk a couple eventually. But look, that's for guys like, when you've got guys like Sidebottom and Geordie, they'll read off that and they'll get those roving goals.
And it kind of also puts a spotlight on the fact that, personally, I don't think we necessarily need a Ben King, but it's one of those things where you look at those factors and it's like, okay, that's probably why we're looking at a Ben King, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, because especially with how he played in the state game is also, it looks like he's also his frame looks to have improved as well, which I think even with Max, Max's frame, for especially his age, is just not good enough. So the fact that with Ben as well, the fact he's bulked up. I haven't seen Max, and actually Max didn't even play tonight. I didn't even realize that.
That's why you didn't see him.
Yeah. Basically, his frame was so small, he wasn't even there. But with Ben, you can tell he's definitely bulked up. He's obviously hit the gym, so if we can get a guy that's 2 or 3 centimeters, I think that's how tall he is, and because I think with McStay, I think even the Tim Membry, we do have guys that you don't mind if they're there, but then I think it's easy to see that if we have options going forward, we've got the options going forward, if that makes any sense. If we get a Ben King and Charlie West comes good through the VFL, because I think the fact that we're going to have a competitive season through the VFL, that's going to be huge, and that's I can't stress how much of a factor that's going to play, because you're going to have your Charlie West, your Cochrans, your Andersons, all these guys, the fact that they're going to be motivated throughout the season, because not only would they have a chance for a senior spot, but then if they don't, they can still play finals and get that finals experience through the VFL. There's something to play for, where before we were basically a bottom 4, maybe would probably get out of the bottom 4 and be a bottom 6 side. There's nothing really to play for, and if you don't have that carrot, to dangle in front of the player, sometimes it is hard for them to find the motivation to push on and to be better. So I think
if you're playing in
it,
if you're playing in a good VFL side and you've got good people around you, you're going to naturally play better. Yeah. That's my argument with Josh and Houston. You got a good guy on the other flank or the other wing, or and you're playing on ball, and you've got a guy who's like a gun. You're going to play better.
Yeah, perfect.
And also, you get used to you get a winning culture as well, which is also very underrated.
Yes, and then but also as well too. Harry Demadier, he was. It was instantly the second Tom Mitchell was in that middle with him. We didn't have to wait. It was within that, the minute Tom Mitchell was in the middle with Harry Demadier, he had 25 disposals that game, where before he'd be struggling to get 20. He'd probably have 16, 18 disposals, something like that. And his efficiency wasn't that great. He was in the middle. He was getting 25 plus. I don't know what his like efficiency was and stuff, but you could tell the fact that he was there. Mitchell was teaching him things. Whether if he, how he goes this season is going to be interesting to see because I've got a feeling he's going to be pushed out of the midfield now because we've got Anderson and wouldn't even be surprised if Swaddling even gets a crack in there at times. And I'm sure there's others like Tyne Printable. He's going to get some minutes as well. Like. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets pushed out a bit.
Speaking of midfielders, geez, Allen really missed an opportunity tonight to grab a spot. I mean, I don't think he's going to get dropped. I hope that they show him some faith and give him a couple of games. But geez, just a couple of fumbles, especially early on. You know, come on,
he just couldn't get involved.
Just grab this opportunity, mate.
Especially as well, there was a Parker handball that he had where if he had it and he took off, he would have looked so good as well. I want to say it was like second quarter, and like Parker literally had him, and like if he had it and he took off, he was gone. Like he would have ran to, 60, 50, something like that. If he like hit a target or even kick a goal himself, because he can kick goals from 50. We've definitely seen it in the VFL and. Maybe that's also the other thing as well too. Maybe it's like a bit of a Bo situation as well, where he doesn't seem to take on the moment. So maybe that's something you could probably. But then again, it's like if you're questioning your spot in the side, and you've got this like I'm trying to think of like the term of it, but certain players will have the green light to do certain things. I'm wondering if he doesn't have the green light to do certain things, like. If he's like, say, 50 out, does he have the green light to take the shot to kick the goal? Where certain players like Nick Dacos, if he's having a shot from 50, no one's telling him off, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe Ed Allen has that sort of thing where he can't necessarily break out because he's got certain things in place, or because sometimes that can be a factor as well.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that they have said to him before the game, mate, we're giving you 3 games or something like that. We're giving you these games. So we want to take the pressure off you. You go do what you do. And that after tonight, he had a bit of a stinker that they've gone up to him and said, mate, still backing you. You're playing next week.
But the thing is, Moore's coming back and we're going to muck around with our structure a bit.
It's probably Parker that goes out, to be fair. I don't know who goes out when Howard comes back in because I was having that conversation before. I just don't know who the next one is because I don't think Steele didn't get much of the ball, but every time he had it, he definitely impacted. Like he went at 90% for memory with like the stats and everything. So. And again, I think Steele's going to be a bit of a slow burn, as much as I said about him being in our top 15 players. It's only the first game, so we can't judge, a player's season off of one game.
That's right. This is a practice game that we got 4 premiership points from.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, but it's also a thing of like I would like the club to be proactive in the sense of. Even like Anzac Day. Anzac Day is, I think, round 7. If we can get even some players in then, even if we do play some kids like Prindable, Swaddling, like these types of like players, Anderson, even if that's when we sort of pull the trigger. But because I don't know, it's just with like Fly, like whenever that sort of whenever Fly's a part of it, I just feel like if the change is going to happen, it's not going to be till like round 16. And to me, that'll just be too late.
Yeah.
It's
you need to know early.
And it's timing. It's like, if you're talking to let's just say, for example, like, you're talking to an Anderson and it's like, oh, we're going to play round 16, no matter what your form is, unless if your form's really bad. But like, if it's like round 16 and he's like forms like lukewarm average, like, you sort of need to wait till they have that really, really good game in the VFL. And it's like, okay, that's the week. That's when you go in. So if Anderson goes and has like 30 disposals in the VFL, 90% efficiency, that's the week you then play seniors, Try to capitalize off the momentum. And whether if it is a week early or a week late or whatever it is, like,
and there's
sort of like time it.
I agree, and there's no pressure because we've got so much within our team. There's so much midfield depth as we covered last night. Like there's like 9 or 10 players. Anderson is not under pressure to go straight into the middle and get 25, 30 touches in his first game.
Exactly.
He can play on the half forward flank. He can play on a wing, as you mentioned, and he can get his midfield minutes. And there's no real pressure on him because we've got guys to cover him in the midfield. It's not like a Cochrane who comes in and he will be under severe pressure as a key back. As much as I'd like to see him get a game, midfielders can come in, and we've got so much midfield depth within the team that there's no pressure on them to dominate as a midfielder.
Yeah.
So
even for like Anderson, I wouldn't even be opposed to even putting him at like half back, because as I said a few weeks ago, he plays like Nathan Murphy at times. Like if you watch like the way he actually attacks the ball aerially, it's very similar. Like even the courage that he has. Obviously, like you don't want him to be a key defender like Nathan Murphy was, but you can still make him be like a because I think he's tall. Yeah.
How tall?
Yeah.
How tall is Angry Anderson?
I believe he's 190.
Good height.
Big boy.
Yeah.
So like he can, but again, I don't want him being a key defender, but it is a. So I just think that if you're making him a key defender, then you're setting him up to fail. But yeah, with the way he attacks the ball and stuff, like he's not that far off being like a Murphy type.
Yeah. What are some great moments of last night that just come to your mind? For me, Ned Long's fucking brilliant fucking handball out of a pack to the running Rowan Steele.
Wow,
Rowan Steele scored the goal, and he really loved the goal too. Yeah, he fucking celebrated. It was great to see a youngster
little
get a
punch
goal
on afterwards too.
What was that, Ben?
There was a little punch on, a little scuffle that broke out after that too. So he might have said some words. Good on him.
Also, as well, if you're a St Kilda player, why the hell are you picking fights with De Goey and Maynard?
Yeah,
I know it's the thing that was going through my head. Like, out of all the people you're gonna fight, like, I mean, I guess like if you want a good fight, you're gonna get one of those two. But like, it's just I don't know. I was looking at that, I'm like, I don't know if that's a fight you're looking to win. That I wouldn't be going in that direction.
That's St Kilda. They're a shit club. You know how like they're celebrating, winning their last premiership 60 years ago.
Yeah,
like
I was. Yeah,
good on you guys.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I was when I was with Benny at halftime. We was just saying we haven't seen so many St Kilda supporters since fucking 2010, mate. They came out in droves, and look, to be fair to them, they were pretty loud. But every time they tried to get a bit of momentum with the crowd, we just fucking totally overpowered them.
Look, Age stole my thunder, but that tackle that Lockie Schultz did on the Saints bloke when he kicked it out of bounds on the fall, that was a real team lifter and a momentum shifter, like a sort of a turning point. And he did quite a few moments like that, but that one sticks out.
Yeah, he had a great game, Shooter.
Age says he's a brick wall with arms.
I love it.
Yeah. Also as well, like, I would love to just get into the mindset of a St Kilda supporter, because like, how can you be in the position where, and that's the thing, like, we're all positive during preseason, and like, you get some recruits, and it's like everything's all positive and you're happy, right? But what switches your brain to go, hey, we're going to win the flag this year, or we're flag favourites, or we're going to... Because when you win one flag in 150 years, like, surely something in your head's going to go, hey, maybe we might make like a semi-final or a prelim, or, it's just... it's so strange to me. And especially the fact that it's like, how many times have we seen teams that will... basically go up a few spots, like we'll have like a big preseason, they get all these recruits, And sometimes it takes like 2-3 years for the continuity for it all in terms of the list for it to sink in for everyone to have the cohesion together. It's just I don't know, like a part of it is just like some people just need to know their place. And when you have won a flag in 150 years, that's sort of where I'm looking at it. It's like again, like
It's not
be
even
happy, be like positive, but at the same time, like you're not going to win a flag until you've had like consistent, and even back in around that 2010 era, where they were making grand finals. Okay, cool. But that was 16 years ago, 17 years ago in 09 and 2010.
Yeah. Apparently, Ross Lyon's presser was really bad, apparently. Like, really. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I just heard someone say it. Yeah.
He disrespected Pendles, but at the same time, like these reporters who ask questions about opposition players, and someone did it to Chris Scott the other night as well, and he was disrespectful to Pendles, but it was just a stupid question, like, "Oh, so Pendles was pretty good," and da 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 da. Like Ross Lyon's like, "Yeah," but yeah, he was a bit dismissive of Pendles.
Yeah.
But still, stupid questions from the idiots in those press conferences, those reporters.
But also too, right? St Kilda complained so much about father and sons, and they want to bitch and complain and want it changed. But I bet you anything, if Nick Ringwald's son comes in the door, they will complain that, oh yeah, let's make it easy for us, blah 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 blah. It's like, don't bitch and have your cake and eat it too, you bunch of sooks. Like, seriously, grow up. Fucking flogs, you St Kilda assholes.
On the screen right now is yours truly with Ben Zero and Andreas in the middle there. I just put that up just to mention that Andreas on the train home. He made a big call. He reckons Lockie Schultz will make All Australian this year. That's going to be one of his big calls to put in the vault. He reckons
in the vault.
I was actually that was one of my thoughts I was going to actually have, but like because the thing is that with his spot, it's so hard to get into, and especially when it comes to the All Australian sort of like calls for those, they always put like there's always like a midfielder that they basically put in there. So like to basically be a half forward, you've got to genuinely be like the best half forward in the comp. Like there's no, it's sort of like being a ruck. Like if you're going to make the All Australian ruck, you've got to be in the top 2 best rucks in the comp. So it's even though it should, like, I mean, I do believe that,
and you're going to hit the scoreboard too.
Yeah. Because like half forward, like I sort of feel like if you're playing half forward, like I don't even think you're like. I mean, your role is to keep at least a goal or two every now and then, but like, I think your goal is like more, to sort of hit the targets and to get like the goal assists. Like your job is to make sure the full forward, forward pocket, centre forward, those are the guys that get the goals. Where half forward, it's like if it falls in your favour, sure, but half forward, you shouldn't, because I mean we've seen it multiple years with Bo, where Bo's been a great, great player at half forward, but he has kicked goals every now and then. But I mean, I think that just comes with the territory. Unless if you're like a Toby Green, like I don't think you really see many half forwards actually kick goals. I think it's more the exception to the rule rather than the rule itself.
Yeah. Another good moment was Jamie's great mark and goal when we really needed it. It seemed like we really needed a goal, and he just did one of his Jamie specials, taking a nice fucking mark. Am I wrong in saying, was that straight after Schultz's big fucking tackle and Rowan Steele kicked it to Jamie?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Another great moment, obviously, McCreary's 2 goals in the third. Bang and bang. That second one, how good was that, man? Pendle's just handballing it to him and he just stopped it. It's just beautiful.
Can we also just take a moment to appreciate the fact that Bo's actually taking ownership of his career as well? Like, that was something I said in Anthony's stream as well. Like, because Bo, when he started, like, it just seemed like he was very much like an introvert, like didn't really want to like step on anyone's toes. Obviously, like he did the tackling and he was very ferocious in that sense. So I don't think anyone was like would accuse him of being like soft or you know anything to that extent. But it's just good just to see that, you know, I mean, because I guess the easiest example is always like Nick. Whenever Nick plays, you know he's going to step on your throat and you know he's going to go for the kill. Like if you give him that opportunity, he will step on your throat and he will kill you. Where I think with Bo, he doesn't have that instinct. And the fact that we're seeing it grow more and more, because I think was it Crisp? I think Crisp has been one that's been sort of in it, been sort of at him being like, "Hey, dude, we need you in the midfield. Like, we need," because I've been watching That's Good for Footy, and like you know, I think Crisp has mentioned it a couple of times. And yeah, the fact that he's slowly getting it, and it's like a week by week like prospect. And I think as well too, I think he also got a girlfriend last season. So, and last season was when he was like showing that, hey, maybe I need to start, you know, providing on the football field so I can provide for, you know, girlfriend and potential, you know, if there's a potential family on the way sort of thing. I think there's a bit of maturity that's like slowly kicking in, which I hope that's the case because, yeah, I think that's when, you know, even with like a Jordan De Goey sort of thing, like now that he's got his kid, like, you know, and again, we're only going off one game. So, you know, if that's a consistent effort we're seeing from De Goey, you'd like to hope that maybe from a Bo, the same thing's happening there as well. Because I've said it for a long time. I've really, really rated Bo, but one of Bo's biggest issues is that he doesn't take enough ownership in his own career and his own game. And you know, and if he has Nick's mentality, he can literally be a Dane Swan. Like I've said this for so damn long. Like, you know, obviously, like, yeah, whether if it's like to the level and to the point where he wins a Brownlow, obviously he's not going to win a Brownlow. But like he literally has the capabilities where you will think at times, oh shit, this is probably how Dane Swan used to play. He has the capabilities, but he just needs to just lock in and needs to have that, you know, yeah, he needs to want that for his career, I guess, you know, because he's got the ability, he's got so much talent, but it's on him to you know take advantage of that.
Yeah, he's like that kid in school that's got all the fucking talent, but he just doesn't give a fuck, and he just found himself on an AFL list, you know, and he wasn't even taking it seriously. He just his pure talent just materialized on him onto an AFL list, and here he is, and all of a sudden he's winning flags, and now he's gotten a little bit older. He's watching Geordie settle down because that's one of his best mates, and hopefully it turns him around too, and now we're giving him more responsibility too. We want him in the centre bounces, and you know, today he showed he can do that job, you know, and with our stacked midfield, he doesn't have to be there the whole fucking game, you know.
Yeah,
pinch hit, you know.
Yeah. Because also as well with Bo, for those that don't know, Bo actually had a brother, or has a brother. He's still around, obviously. But Bo actually has a brother, and he was the passionate one in the family that was passionate about playing AFL. Wanted the AFL career where Bo wasn't. And I remember roughly when he got, I think they did a feature on him. It might have been either his first or second year in the AFL. And they basically mentioned like his brother, and his brother was like, you know, ultra passionate, massive fan of the game, like student of the game, like whatever the term is. And Bo was sort of like it's cool, but you know, but again, we've always known he's been more into his cars, his motorbikes, like his dirt bikes and all that stuff. So, I mean that's a part where I don't delve into, so I wouldn't know the terminologies with all that stuff. But yeah, Bo was more about cars and all that stuff, but it was his brother. His brother was the massive passionate, the passionate AFL fan, and he didn't have the talent to make it, obviously, because he's not on an AFL list. I do believe he's playing somewhere locally in Victoria, though. I think he moved. If it wasn't last season, it's this season. So he's now in Victoria. So that's a bit interesting there. But yeah. Anyway, it's just interesting because Bo's the one that has the talent, but doesn't necessarily have the interest. But you got the brother that has all the interest, has all the passion, but doesn't necessarily have the talent.
Yeah. It's like me when I was a kid, mate. I had no talent, but I fucking loved the game. And surrounded by all these bastards with fucking talent, and they couldn't give a shit,
Look,
All right.
it's true. It is true. As you get older, you become more wiser, and then you start to settle down with the right person.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've definitely got plenty of examples with no talent. Don't you worry.
I'm pretty sure I'm the same.
All right. IQ, someone in the chat said earlier, IQ was at his intercept marking best as well. He had a great game.
I thought he was best on ground.
Yeah?
Especially outside of Geordie. Geordie's the only one in that conversation I'll probably have as better.
Give me your 3-2-1, Sean.
Yeah, I'll probably go. Oh, but then you got to throw Nick in there, don't you?
It's hard, yeah. I've been looking at it for a while since the game's finished, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
it's a hard 3-2-1. This.
Yeah, and then there's Pendles. Pendles had 26 disposals of 55% of game time.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, but yeah, IQ the fact that he wasn't in that best list actually just shocks me. Pez is another one. Pez needs to get some recognition for his job on Naz. DeGoey, 3 goals. How many? 19 disposals, I think it was. That was incredible. And then just Josh with a lazy 36 or whatever it was. I haven't even mentioned Josh either. Oh man.
Now, Bo only got 16 disposals. I could have sworn. I was saying on the way home. I was saying to Andreas, I reckon Bo cracked his 20. I don't think he's gotten 20 disposals in a game yet. And then we checked it. Yeah, he has. But yeah, I thought he would have done that again. But then we checked it, and 16 disposals. He seemed a lot more busier than his 16 disposals. It was probably the 2 goals that made me think that.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing with Bo. It's the impact that he has. He has so much impact because I think it's also the pressure and tackling. That's probably the other factor because the tackling goes on the stat sheet, but the even the pressure rating, when you listen to Fox Sports, the pressure rating is mentioned a ton, and he's a huge component on that. The amount of because it's not necessarily him getting the kicks, but it's the opposition when they have ball in hand. It's oh shit, Bo's about to deck the shit out of me. So. The fact that they're shitting bricks because he's the I don't know, the AFL shark in a sense where if you got ball in hand and you're swimming in the waters and there's a shark there, well no shit, you're going to be shitting your dacks so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your 3-2-1, Sean?
Yeah, I just realised. Yeah, God. Yeah, there's no evidence of me talking about AFL forever. Geordie has to go 3, IQ 2.
Geordie 3, okay.
Yeah. This is where I'll just overthink it because I could even.
I should come up with a better system. I've never been a fan of the 3-2-1.
Yeah.
If I start telling people to give me 5-4-3-2-1, it'll just fucking be ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, do you want to think about it? I'll ask you later.
Actually, no, sorry. I'll rotate it. Q3, DeGoey 2, and I'll go Josh Dacos 1. 36 disposals at 80% efficiency. 13 marks is the one that I'd probably want to highlight. But again, there's you could name 10, and it's you don't even question it. That's probably the best thing about this team is that like we've just got so many contributors. Like, you know, even if you look at I'd love to know our worst player. Like our worst player was like, you know, I mean, he got Buller with 6 disposals.
Voidoid, give us. You've put in the chat. Can you give me your 3-2-1? Everyone in the chat, I'll ask you just one by one to give the 3-2-1. Otherwise, there's no fucking way I'll be able to get them all down if you all do it at the same time.
Well, my 3-2-1 is 3 Nick Dacos, 2 Josh Dacos, and 1 John DeGurry.
Okay. No worries, Kev.
I'm going to head off, guys. I'm going to get some sleep.
No worries, Kev. Hey, Kev, all the best with your operation, man.
Thanks, man.
Hope it all goes well, bro.
Best, Kev. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. So if you'll see me on in a hospital bed, but I'll be all good. So I'll be listening to on the AFL app, tune with the boys in the hospital bed. But yeah, I'll love you guys very much.
See you, buddy.
On your Kev.
See you guys.
Love you too, Kev.
Love you too,
All the best,
guys.
mate.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Ben 0. 3-2-1.
I told Voidoid I was going to abstain because it's too fucking hard tonight, but I'll give you something. Got to give you something. Jesus. All right. Tough, and so many apologies. Let's go Josh for 3, Nick for 2. Fucking hell. I got 3 players I could shove here. I could go my big call. I could go Pez, or Pendle's 50% on ground and did all that. Played half a game and destroyed everyone. We're going to have to go. I'll go with my call. I'll go with Dan tonight because I liked what he, especially based on improvement as well. I'll give it to Dan for the 1. But Pez, mate, he missed out by that much because him shutting down Naz like he did, that just enables us to get a winning score because St Kilda couldn't kick a winning score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And lots to do with him shutting him down.
Yeah, because like even with like Maynard had 27 disposals, 85% efficiency, 13 marks. Like that's like another one we haven't even spoken about. Like there's 10 of them. I
mentioned Brazzy in the last stream because I did notice. Oh, he was just freaking everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll get who we got? Chris Talbot, your 3-2-1, mate.
I'll go Nick Dacos, 3 votes. I'll go Geordie, 2 votes. And I'll give 1 to Perryman.
All right. Okay.
All
right, guys.
Jesus.
What was that?
Apparently, Patrick Lipinski had 12 marks. Yeah, there you go. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, that's another one that Matt's a fan of now. I'm not convinced yet. I know. Look, he had an okay game. Yeah.
And it is also round 0. Like it's I think until we hit Anzac Day, I don't think we're going to have enough sample size. So until then, it's like sort of hard to know because
I didn't see him shirk anything at least. So
yeah.
And no, that's the. I said if he gets, I thought he'd get 20 touches and a goal and not shirk anything. So I was pretty close.
What's your 3-2-1, Matt?
Nick Dacos 3.
Yep.
Josh Dacos 2. And Goey 1.
Okay.
So no Houston at all?
No, Houston was good in the first half. He dropped off a bit in the second half, I thought.
He did. He actually did, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, but no. So this is why club best and fairest is usually they have at least a 5.
Yeah.
So that's why a player who can be very consistent might not be often in the top 3, but he gets 4s and 5s, and he won't feature when it's the top 3. So, I reckon at least the top 5 is fair because then you'd squeeze Perryman in, wouldn't you? For me,
like Perryman and Pendles, like that. Yeah, they definitely deserve some.
Again,
Quainer. Like even Maynard, like as I said, 27 disposals, 85% efficiency, and 13 marks. Like he doesn't even get in the conversation.
Catch you later, Ben Zero. Thanks for joining us, mate. He's got to be up at in 3 hours to do some jiu-jitsu. So good luck with that, man.
Awesome. Ciao, brothers. See ya. See you, Ben.
See you, pal.
Say, Ben.
All right. I'm going to join Anthony B. He's backstage. I'm going to get him in now. Good day, Anthony.
Hey guys, nice win.
Shall I just? I'll tell you straight up. Give us your 3, 2, 1. Get it over and done with.
All right. I'm gonna go 3 votes, Nick.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 2 votes, Scott Pendlebury.
Yep.
1 vote, Harry Perryman. Yep.
Pairs up. All right. All right. I'm going. I'll just do my one. Nick, 3. Josh, 2, and 1's fucking hard. Oh, geez. I'm just going to go Pezza as well. All right. All right, Anthony, what do you got to say, mate?
Yeah. Overall, nice match. I mean, first half was rusty. Yeah, I thought it was very rusty. Fumbly
Yeah.
and like I reckon a lot of the new kids, Alan, Parker, they just might have just needed a half to just settle a bit. It was quite a big game. So now Houston really impressed me. His first half was sharp. Like it wasn't even his kicking, his handballing. Like he had these like sharp handballs.
Yeah.
Like he'll be tackled and he'll just shoot one out. Like he was on. He was clean, excellent kicking. Yeah, I thought that was more of the Houston we know. I thought Bo really came in the second half. I thought he had a pretty off first half, but second half I think Bo really came into it and showed that he's probably one of our main mids, I reckon, this season. Geordie was phenomenal, and I know it says 19, but he played like half a game. So if he was playing the whole game, he would have got 30. So he was powerful, explosive. Who else impressed me? The role that Pez had on Messiah, that was one I didn't see coming at all. That was a bit of fly mastery. That one that was incredible. And overall, the whole coaching team, I thought we had it over them the whole game. I haven't seen us be so flexible and so like shifty. Like Pendles was forward, then back and middle, and we had Nick was forward, then back, and Perryman was all over the ground with Nataya. It was he really, and our mids were always changing. Like I believe we opened up with, I think we had Paddy Lipinski in there, didn't we? He was in the centre bounce, wasn't he? So
it was like Lipinski, Pez, and like
it's a very weird combo. So
Lipper had some CBAs, didn't he?
Yeah. He started. Yeah, it was Lipper. Wait, I'll look at it right now.
No, it was good, and I actually reckon Tim Membry, I reckon he stays in. I reckon he did okay this game. I think it was first game, a bit rusty. I wouldn't drop him. I wouldn't drop anyone. I think everyone keeps their spot, apart from whoever comes out for more. That might be Parker or Steele, I think, but I wouldn't drop anyone. I reckon no one's calling to be dropped. Frampton I thought Frampton actually wasn't too, like, he had a few mistakes, but I thought overall he had a few nice marks. He had a few nice passes. I thought he'll get into it. Just give him a game, he'll get into it. Frampton, he always needs a bit of a game to get going. But good game from everyone. Ed Allen, want to see a bit more from him. Want to see a bit more. I thought his disposal. There was I think it was second quarter. There's some absolutely manic hand passes in it was Parker to Allen to Parker. It was shocking. It was shocking. But I'll just have him in there, give him 4 weeks, and he'll be better for it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was Dacos, Pez, and Long who were in the first bounce.
Yeah.
Dacos, yeah. Long was a bit off, I thought, but I'm sure he'll be better for it. But he had a good handball, a beautiful handball to steal.
Yeah.
A cracking handball, fantastic handball. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Long. I don't know what to make of him when he's like in a pack and he's just trying to break the tackle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like just get rid of it, man. Don't try and fucking break the tackle. I think did he get pinged holding the ball a couple of times, maybe?
I'm just having a look at the stats. So he had only 13. So I reckon you want him to have at least 20 or in the high 18 and over.
Yeah.
But, oh wow! So Bo had 2 goals, didn't he? Bo 2 and 16. Nice. Yeah. That's a good game from Bo, right there.
Yeah, because the 2 goals he kicked were within like a minute of each other.
Hmm. Sidey, he was busy, but not one of his big games, but seemed to link up well. Wasn't great, but wasn't shit. The only one that can really say had a shocker, I wouldn't even call it a shocker, was Jack Buller, but he still provided a presence. And
he did, and he'll probably. I think he'll stay in. I reckon he'll build. He'll build into it. I think I liked his contest. He really got into he really charged at the ball. So there were a few good signs from him. I thought Crisp. I think Flies put Crisp back in that half back role, and he was fantastic today. I thought.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Crispy. Yeah,
he was good. Yeah.
He played a bit more halfback than midfielder, I feel like, in terms of what I saw tonight.
Yeah, he was. I think halfback for the majority. I thought he there were a few marks. He was outsized, and he somehow marked it like twice. And for our backline to be so undersized and to limit like 64 entries and then I got 9 goals.
Yeah,
I just can't imagine how if we had more and how in that, like they're probably scoring like 5 goals. Like it's remarkable.
Yeah.
How tight we were.
It'll be interesting to see how the Darcy Moore back in. It's obviously going to improve us. But this Adelaide game, it's intriguing. Does Pezza do another tag job? Put him on Dawson, maybe. You reckon he can take Dawson?
I think.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I personally wouldn't have thought he would have taken on Naz because I thought Naz would have been too quick for him. But if he's quick enough to take on Naz, maybe he takes on like a Isaac Rankin. But then again, like Rankin's like really quick, so like, I don't know, because like obviously that would be probably the one play you'd want to shut down. But I mean Dawson, because he doesn't have the pace, he's probably just as impactful. But you can probably have someone that can shut that player down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they're going to be. Adelaide is going to be absolutely fucking chomping at the bit, mate, to get back at us. All right, Voidoid saying Rankin he's still suspended, isn't he? No. Why is he out? Is he injured?
And he's 4 weeks, and I think it's 4th week on, or even his 3rd week. I don't know. He might be out for 2 more games. I think. I don't know.
I thought
so it's still the suspension. Oh yeah, that's right.
But I thought if they made the grand final, he would have played. No,
yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah, because that was the whole troll thing was that I hope Adelaide make the grand final and he wins the Norm Smith.
Well, everyone in the chat saying he's gone. He's out. Everyone's saying he's out. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
so if he's not playing, that's a bonus for us. Fuck.
Yeah, so because they went out straight sets, it was because if they made a prelim, it would have been
Oh, yes.
Because obviously,
Yeah.
obviously back then, because they were on top, people would have assumed, oh, he's going to make a prelim, so he only misses the one game.
Yeah.
But because they went out straight sets, he misses an extra. So that's probably what
Thanks
it
for
is.
clarifying. Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good news. No ranking to worry about.
No ranking. Yeah, it was also nice. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but today I felt like we had more fight in us. I don't know. There was something about us. Like we're really like Geordie was probably the best one. Like really into it, you know, fighting back at Messiah. Like I don't know, and even just some of the tackling. I don't know if it's flies. Even like having Pez on the Sire, there was an element of I think he's trying to make us a more hardened team. You know, a bit more tougher, a bit harder in the contest. I thought it was pretty. I don't know. Hopefully a good sign. I reckon we were up. It felt like we were ready, and I haven't seen us this tough and and fighting hard for a while. So it's it was a very good start, like a fresh start. But it's gonna be hard to maintain it. But now it was nice to see some investment in the game. You know, I felt like we were very invested today.
Yeah. Also, so I'm probably going to cop some heat for this, but I don't even know how to even feel about it, to be honest. But like the amount of goals that St Kilda kicked that were essentially, I mean, obviously illegal is probably not the right term for it, but the amount of goals they kicked when they actually shouldn't have had the opportunity to kick the goals, it blew my mind how many times that happened tonight. There was one, I think, was it Naz kicked a goal, I think it was, and it was Liam Ryan went up for a marking contest, didn't get near it. Then was it Buller? Buller ran someone down and was holding the ball all within 2 seconds of each other, and then Naz picked up the ball and kicked the goal. I reckon they kicked 4 or 5 goals, and they were all goals that shouldn't have happened if the umpire actually paid the right free kicks at the right times.
Well, that's one thing we haven't talked about tonight. The fucking umpires.
I was
dreadful.
going off.
Dreadful.
I was going off.
Was it as bad on tally as it was at the game? Because at the game, it seemed like every 50-50 fucking umpiring decision went their way, and sometimes 2 in a row, or there'd be a piece of play where we would tackle someone and it was ball all day, and then the next passage of play straight after that they would tackle us and it wasn't ball and they'd give ball, and mate.
I literally try to pride myself of I mean, if I need to swear I'll swear, but especially when it's on even Twitter, I just don't like putting myself in a space where I can get suspended on social media platforms, so I try not to swear. That Discord chat, I said the F word so many damn times in that Discord chat, and I don't say that word. So that's how heated I got. So that shows you how because
it started off. It started off right from the start, man. That 50-meter penalty against shooters, fucking what they all right, someone took the mark or whatever, and there were 2 players there, and they both just stood there waiting to see what the umpire. And he's just given the 50 straight away.
What was the side bottom one?
Tell him where the mark is, man.
What was this? Because side bottom literally held the ball up because he's no, that's holding the ball. That's genuine. That's holding the ball every day of the week. We're holding the ball up because we've got the ball, and then the umpire's I didn't blow the whistle, play on. And then because he then got tackled, he then got caught holding the ball. And it was just, and it's just, as AFL fans, we see certain things in a certain way. And it's if a player gets tackled and they blatantly just drop the ball after the tackle, it's just, that's just holding the ball every time. It should just be ingrained of there's no other thought but then just to claim that that's holding the ball. And the amount of times we had that in tonight's game was just crazy. But then when the Saints did it, because I think we had about maybe 2 or 3 where even I was sort of okay, that should have been holding the ball and it wasn't called. But God, Saints had I don't know what feels like more than 15. It was like, and because what was it? The second quarter was horrible. And was it the fourth quarter? Oh, I mean, probably the third as well. But because the first quarter wasn't that bad. I thought the first quarter it was like it probably wasn't innocent, but like because I remember going, oh, like second quarter, I tried not to tweet because I just thought if I was going to say anything, I would have said something that would have got me kicked off Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I try to pride myself on like not swearing, just because I just don't want to put myself in a position to get suspended on social media platforms. And my God, was I so close to saying something? That's why I left in the Discord privately. So for those that are in Anthony's Discord, you know how many times I went off swearing. So you know how heated I was.
It was annoying because I feel like the whole opening round, the umpiring has been good overall. Like I reckon they haven't paid as many frees. I feel like they've opened it up more, but from quarter 2 today, I don't know what happened. I reckon Andrew Dillon called them and said, it's a St Kilda game. Just like give them a bit of help, the umpires, But it turned. I don't know what happened, but yeah. But overall, I reckon the umpiring's gotten better. But for us, it never. It's never easy for us all the time.
But also as well, like there was, I think there was about, I don't know how many free kicks were paid through like unrealistic attempt. But like there was, I reckon St Kilda went up for about like a dozen speckies, and maybe like 2, and like all of them like they didn't go near the ball, and like I reckon they would have paid maybe 2. Like oh man,
yeah,
like
I hate that rule. I hate that rule overall because if Elliot leaps to mark it, it's not unrealistic. Like Elliot can mark that. You know what I mean? Like it is a true attempt to mark the ball, and it tries to discourage guys from jumping up the ball. It's I don't know.
But like the rule is, if you go up, you have to make like it's your obligation to touch the ball in some way, even if it's a fingertip or whatever. But if you just go up and you don't touch it and you come down, then that's a free kick. Like as long, like I mean, I feel like the rule is like pretty clear and stuff. But again, it's like you'll literally have a blatant holding the ball, and it won't get called. But then like in the same play, like 2 seconds later, same thing happens, and then it gets paid holding the ball the other way. Like the amount of times that happened tonight, it was ridiculous. And you talk like, and we talk about how much momentum is like massive in today's football. That Naz goal where there was the unrealistic marking attempt, the holding the ball by a Buller. That Naz goal ended up leading to like a 3-4 goal run. So you look at our game and we only won by 2 goals. Like. Obviously, there's like a lot of time in that game and stuff, but that 4-goal run, that's 4 goals that we then have to make up because of an umpiring decision that should have been right in the first place. So, anyway, I could fucking go on about it.
Yeah, they were fucking atrocious.
Yeah. And then they pinned DC for in the ruck. How many times did DC pinned in the ruck?
What was the time when so with DC that was it like fourth quarter where he took a mark and stuff and he walked back and he literally tripped over a player that was like on the ground? Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
He I might have been like fourth quarter, like he took a mark in the back line and he's literally walking back to take his kick and stuff, and he literally like trips over one of the players when they're like facing like on the ground. And then there was like one play where I feel like there was about 3 trips in the one play. Like,
yeah.
And then you have
he literally walks back to take his mark and like trips over the body. And like the umpires just sit there just going, that's just the thing. Like players just fall on the ground. And it wasn't that the player was injured or anything like that. He was just laying on the ground, not moving.
And then you got Frampton. How many times did he get pinned holding the ball? I don't think it was holding the ball against Frampton.
I mean, to be fair, that was Frampton's fault.
Poor Frampton today, man. Poor guy today.
He had a hard one.
He had a hard one today.
The thing is, The thing is, though, they never miss them against us. That's the difference. Like Frampton, he got done. He got pinged. But that happens if that's up the other ends and that's the Saints, they're going to miss that.
Yeah.
And here's this is the rule. The holding the ball rule is how they screw Collingwood. And the pinnacle was the 2022 qualifying final against Geelong. There was a YouTube video which was 7 minutes straight of Collingwood getting screwed by bad decisions. 90% of them were missed holding the balls, where we just caught them cold. And that cost us a flag. That umpiring in that game cost us the premiership.
Yeah, we would have had the rest instead of playing the extra game. Yeah. I've seen that video, Matt, and that, I can remember back to that game and just thinking, mate, we got absolutely fucking crucified.
It was
man.
a disgrace. We played so well that day. The gully was on fire.
Yeah, especially as well, because I remember someone in the Discord was even saying, but if you just play better, you can actually overcome it. It's like you cannot overcome illegal goals that are kicked. They are literally illegal goals that are being kicked because free kicks are not being paid where they should be. Like you cannot.
That's crap.
You cannot train for that.
And and our whole game plan is on pressure and tackling. Yeah. So by not paying them, you're actually going against our game plan.
Yeah.
You know, like shooter Elliot. Our aim is to get the hold on the balls, and they just they just pull them out of their asses for St Kilda, you know, like.
This is the thing. If it's shit umpiring, at least be consistent. At least show a path where it's like, okay, this is shit, but at least the Saints are getting shit free kicks too, or at least like if it's good or bad, at least both teams are getting the same amount. If that makes any sense, but it would just be strange because it would literally be the same free one free kick would not be paid, and then the same situation for the other team wouldn't even be 10 seconds later, and then that gets paid. So how does that make any sense? It's like holding the ball that doesn't get paid, but then the opposition gets run down 5 seconds later, and they ping back for holding the ball, and it's like, well, how does that even make any sense?
Yeah.
Perfect example. In the last quarter, they got a free kick for too high. 5 seconds earlier, it was holding the ball. I think it was Higgins. Didn't he get a free kick for too high?
Oh yeah, the Higgins one was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, he was holding the ball 5 seconds earlier.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about Higgins. Higgins just does my head in.
Yeah.
Was it Parker who played on him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think it was him. Yeah,
he's done a really good job then.
Yeah,
he's very good.
Yeah.
I think look, Parker's all right. He's all right. He'll come good.
Yeah.
He's good. He had a few nice marks as well. I'm very impressed by him today. Yeah.
Yeah, the only issue I had with Parker was that handball to Allen, because that was shocking handball.
Oh, that was awful. Oh my god.
The one where they were in the middle and Allen was gone. It just had to be in his hands. If it was in his hands, he would have ran to 50. Hopefully, he would have taken ownership and would have kicked it from 50 because he can do it in the VFL. So if he can do it in the VFL, he can do it in the AFL. And again, momentum. If that's the thing that gets him the confidence to kick on his career, it's something so small, but sometimes they can go a huge way if it plays out in certain ways. Bo kicked 2 goals in a minute. He misses. If he misses the first goal, then he doesn't get his second.
Yeah. And also, I want to know, so to those who were at the game, was there any shift in how we played? I don't know, I was at home, so I saw it. It kind of looked like we were playing it safer in our back half, and then got to the center square, and then we attacked. I don't know if it's a shift from last year, but I feel like we've tried to attack more from the midfield, but it looks very slow to me behind. It looked very just kicking back to back. Josh Frampton back to Pendles. Yeah. It looks very measured. So I don't know if you were at the game, but how did you see it from up high? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very popular with the crowd when we were switching. We were going back to Frampton a lot, and then all the way to the other side, and then back again. But it's probably a tweak in the game plan. And I reckon they would have banked on before the game. They would have banked on playing like that and getting more output from McStay and Buller up front. But because they were doing fuck all, it seemed really shit. Like but it is a big difference. Yeah,
how many
it's
marks?
a market.
147 marks, far out. That's huge.
Yeah.
So it seems there was a bit of a plan to just play a bit of keepings off. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting on how that goes throughout the season, though.
Yeah, and it's a game situation too thing. Like if we were behind, I don't think we'd be doing that. We'd be more chaos straight through the middle like we're used to. But because we were ahead, I reckon that's why we did that. But it was interesting. So,
are we talking about Pendles being a small forward?
Yeah, not really.
Apparently, that was the missing thing all along. We've just been playing him in the wrong position. He's just been a small forward this whole time.
Yeah.
How incredible! Like I actually reckon he'll play again next year. The only way he won't is if we become premiers this season. I reckon he'll go on top. But now like he had that behind the head handball to Nick. On the what was that? Like that was freakish.
Yeah, I feel like as long as he averages over 20 disposals a game, the only other way if he maintains that, the only way he retires if that's intact is if he calls it. Because if you're getting 20 disposals and you've got all that experience, there's no reason to stop. Because I know there's obviously age and all that stuff, but but that's the thing. People are saying, "Oh, but Pendles needs to retire," and all these things. But if he's in your top 15, age doesn't fucking matter.
No, he's playing incredible.
Yeah, I know. I know we're not big fans of Fly's habit of resting players, but with Pendles. That should be okay. Like I wouldn't want to send him to Perth and stuff like that.
No.
Give him the week off in those games. Even it doesn't matter where we are on the ladder. Just take care of him for those. Kind of give him a week off and let him just. He loves the G. It's like his backyard. With the resting, just Pendles, I reckon it's a good call just for him. But the rest of them, they should play every week, man.
Yeah, especially as well. I feel like if there's any player to have the exception to the rule, I feel like we should just have it for Pendles because and again, it's even if he has games where he doesn't get 20 disposals, he's. I mean, for one, if we don't lock him up as a coach in the future, that is going to be one of the biggest misses of all time. He is actually, you know what? And I don't know if you want to. I don't know where the end date would be for this, but he is. The more I think about it, I'm trying to think of the dude's name, but for those that even know of the name, back in I think it was the 1920s when we had that successful period, there was a guy called Jock McHale.
Jock McHale, yeah.
Scott Penderbury, it feels like Scott Penderbury is that next version of that sort of type of person. Where he's this
longevity.
Apparently he was a champion player and all that stuff. Then he became coach. When he was coach, we had all these flags.
Yeah. Jock McHale had the consecutive games record and he held it for fucking decades. So, and he played a shitload of games and then he became coach and the longest serving coach, and I don't know how many premierships he won. I'm guessing probably about 7 or 8, and including that 4 in a row from 27 to 1930. And a lot of people, whenever I bring that up in arguments with opposition supporters, they always say, the 1930s, who cares? What are you talking about, mate? You got 12 teams, each with a fucking home ground, fucking busting their chops. to win. You know, you had it was the depression. It was really hard, and he won 4 in a row, and he created the whole team was from most of the team was from the fucking suburbs surrounding Vic Park, mate. You know, but yeah, that's my history lesson for tonight.
Yeah, there's also a show on KO called Rivals as well. Him and Ashcroft are the AFL players in that, but they're competing with like rugby league, rugby union. Is there a fourth group? Anyway, it's all like different sports and they're all like competing this like competition. There's like footage of like Pendlebury talking tactics, and like if you ever just want to put yourself in a position to just be smarter, just hear Pendlebury talk. Like, it's actually insane, like the way he thinks about the game and the way he thinks through things, and not only just what he does, but he also lets other people in. Like, he's like, okay, what's your take on this? What's your like? So it's not only just him, but it's also he invites other people into the conversation as well. Like, it's just like Chuck McHale, like he's literally like literally that next version of that. Like, it's actually insane. If we don't sign him up as a Collingwood coach, obviously not like now and stuff, because like we're talking years in the future. But fuck me, we gotta lock this guy away, like in some way, shape, or form.
Let me put it this way for you: if people don't think, is we're going to let Pendles play on this year, if you were to ask every single club that you were to say Collingwood's not going to go with Pendles next year, you can have him for 2 years, and you get to have him as an assistant coach and potentially a senior coach after that. How many clubs do you reckon would grab him for 2 years?
Well, it depends on what that price. Are you talking about in terms of a trade, like in terms like we'd get like
no, just free agent, just a free agent. Let's just say Collingwood said, right, this is your last year, Pendles, and Pendles says, I want to keep playing. I reckon not every club, because clubs are in different positions, but I reckon 8 clubs would take him for 2 years.
Oh yeah,
and just say, we can just play him anywhere on the ground for 50% game time, and he will develop players and just be like play teams that are in the finals, because he can help you win a final, for example.
Yeah. With his on-field coaching, he's so not many players have that capability to be on the field and to be directing everyone where to go. And just influencing games when they're really close, big games too, finals.
Yep. Like I said last night, he plays the prelim last year, we win, and tonight was just evidence of that. Like how, like to just see him sitting on the pine at the start of that game, like it was just such a psychological blow, and we still did awesome. Like we still did.
Oh, that first half, we didn't exist in that first half of that prelim because of him, and they knew their heads were down. It wasn't until the second half we actually put in effort. And ironically, when we did put in that effort in the second half, like if we had put even just a little bit more effort in like the second quarter, even we probably would have got over the line. But because we were so down and out for those first 2 quarters, that was probably the difference in the end.
Yeah.
The lines, and like even if we finish 7th or something, like I reckon we're one of the only teams who can actually beat the Lions Swans. Like, I don't know, it's probably Fly's a big part of it, but there's something about us where every time we're challenged, we will always be in it all the time, and even if we finish 6, 7, or 8, 9, but just give us the lines in there or Gabba or here. Every time we are probably the only team who can do it. So looking at this performance, we're probably going to be around the mark. Like I reckon we're going to be around the mark this year. Looking at today,
the squad, they've just been through so much, so nothing daunts them, except when we play Hawthorn. Hawthorn's the only team that always fucking smash us once a year. All the other teams.
Do you actually know that with Hawthorn, though, we only lose them when it doesn't matter? When it actually matters, we do beat them. Like there's all the times that we end up losing to Hawthorn, it's not a game where it like kills our season. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So like even if it's like early on, like there was a year where we played them in at the round and stuff, and we end up beating them there. But then like later on the year, even in 23, we got smashed by them at the later in the year. But that's because we banked all those wins. So because Hawthorn have this like game style where they're so hard and aggressive, those are the games where you can have players that get injuries if you go in hard with them at the contest. If you match their aggression and appetite for the contest, that's when you can do injuries and all that stuff. So I feel like Hawthorn's the type of side where I feel like we can beat them if we need to beat them. But it's a thing of like we're sort of happy to give we're happy to sacrifice a loss. If
they tend to bully us. They tend to bully us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also a game where if we can afford a loss, we tend to use that game as okay, we can afford a loss. We will surrender a loss here. But it's I don't believe it's ever been we've lost because it's like I mean, I guess when you watch the game, you go shit, we got outplayed because we got beaten by 10 goals. But I think that's more due to the fact that like we're playing the long game rather than like, we're not trying to win the battle, we're trying to win the war, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And even last year, we lost the game right at the start when Howie got knocked out and Moore had to fucking be a one-man band.
Similar to when Pendles went down, it was like the heads dropped.
Yeah. So earlier in the chat, people were saying, people were in the chat earlier. People were saying Harris Andrews might miss against us, but I reckon they'll appeal that. He'll probably play.
He'll probably play. Yeah.
They're not appealing that.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen the incident. Is it worth 3 weeks?
Yeah. He knew he was there, and he smacked him with his forearm and knocked him out.
And it was one of those ones where like he tried to act like he didn't know he was there, but he knew he was there. Like that was, I mean, it's not a sniping hit to the definition of it, but he saw him and he definitely took aim and he hit. Like that's an intentional. I wouldn't be surprised to watch that game again just to see if there was a bit of banter or if there was a bit of like shit talking. Because that's one of those, especially when you've like played the game and if someone's like talking shit, that's okay, you've gone too far. I'm going to like fuck you up in some way, but I'm going to do it in a way where it's going to be like, it's like you're going to take him out, but like to the point where you leave no trace, if that makes any sense.
Like when they need Heaney in the head the other night.
Yes.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, Florida,
yeah.
Could have killed him.
Yeah.
It was awful.
And especially as well too, because probably that's the one I was like thinking because Florent like literally was going back and forth with Heaney and like jumper punching and everything. Yeah, he definitely was. Yeah, he definitely had the intention to take him out. Because it's and again, the way that they try to get away with it is like, oh, sorry, I just didn't see him there. Fuck off. like you definitely saw him and like
Florent and Haywood, mate. I honestly felt so sorry for them seeing that their CG alight and then and they're playing for Carlton. Like getting smashed. Like I'm like, oh no. Oh shit. Why are we here? Who brought us here, Voss? Why are we here, you idiot? Oh,
hey,
God.
My thoughts about that. Someone was asking me. I think my old man asked me about, when is Vossi going to get the chop? And I said I don't know. As long as it's not the game before they play us.
Yeah.
Could you imagine he copped it the game before us? Then Carlton
they seem
would almost
to time it like
favorites.
every fucking time, especially when there's a coaching like whenever a coach gets sacked, they always seem to time it. Like I would love to know how many times there's been either like a injury return or a coaching sacking. I'd love to know out of all the clubs who cops it the most. Because I reckon we'd definitely be up there. The amount of times, but then again, I guess we've also had games where the week before we've had players like miss. Like I remember there was years where we were struggling, and I know we had like Franklin was out injured, I think at times, and we've like played games without him when we played like Sydney in like big games and stuff. But so yeah, I'm sure we obviously get it both ways. But I don't know. That'd be a stat I'd love to know. Because, it feels like, there's like a agenda on that shit.
Did you hear about this, what Voidoid's saying here? Like, I heard this and I'm thinking, you got to be fucking kidding me. That Carlton tried to poach Fly last year. Fucker, what's Graham Wright up to? Fuck it hell.
Who knows if it's true or not, but I honestly reckon there's probably a bit of truth in that. I reckon he would have told him. I reckon he would have told Fly.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Obviously, the club flat out denied it. But I mean, they've flat out denied things before and it's happened.
Yeah.
So, like, it happened, I think. Especially if Tom Morris is reporting it. I mean, you can say what you want about Tom Morris, but Tom Morris doesn't say shit without, like, knowing shit, if you know what I mean. Like,
he's pretty accurate, yeah. He has a few good takes, but I don't know. I wonder how Voss would feel seeing that, that the CEO doesn't even want him there. He calls Fly up and he's, that wouldn't bode well.
Like he was ever going to say yes, man. That's just ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. So Carlton could have obviously gone to Fly and then Fly could have just been like, fuck, no. Absolutely not. No. So technically it could have happened, but it wouldn't have happened if would that make any sense?
100%.
Yeah, so and again, like Fly even said in his presser where he was like, it's like my best mate is literally in that job that I'm going to take him out of, and it's fucking Carlton. Do you really think I'm going to take that job? So I'm going to stab my best mate in the back, and then I'm going to take a shittier job in the same work, like in the same AFL in the same competition through the AFL. No. You're not going to take a shittier job and then stab your best mate in the process. Like obviously, it's fine if Carlton asks the question, but like the fact that the media were trying to turn it around as if like even Fly would even go or even entertain the idea, I find that hilarious. Especially the best friend part. Like you're literally going to stab your best friend in the back, just to go to a shittier club. Like,
yeah, the thing is, they've hired like a full new setup, like assistant coaches and all that shit. So it's kind of like they're preparing to get rid of Voss
of course,
they've already got the full.
Surprise me at all.
Yeah, they've already got the full backup. Whoever they get next will probably bring one or two assistant coaches, but they've got the whole setup there.
Yeah, he'll probably go halfway. I reckon he'll be out halfway.
But that's the thing, wouldn't there be
a waste of a year? What a waste of a season!
100%, Matt. Yeah, 100%.
We should have got rid of him last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you listen to the Carlton fans; they're like, okay, what round is Voss going to go?
Yeah.
So that we can prepare for 2027. How ridiculous!
But also, in fairness, if you ask the Carlton supporters in 2 to 3 months' time, they'll want to sign him off for 5 years because they'll win 2 games in a row. So,
they'll inevitably get their 5 or 6 in a row in the middle of the year.
Yeah, and they'll sign him up for 5 years.
And then we'll break their hearts in the second half of the year, as we usually do.
We're so funny. I saw the Suns in Geelong, and I saw the coaching box, and they had Bucks in there.
Yeah,
I'm so proud that I reckon all the Pies guys are playing a bit of sabotage. We have Wright at Carlton and Buckley at Geelong. They're all imploding.
Wasn't someone saying as well too when Geelong played Gold Coast, like their midfield was really shit too.
Yeah.
So
Buckley's the midfield coach, is he?
No, defense. He's the
Defense
defense coach.
That's even fucking
Yeah.
worse. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and they let up
no.
like 140 points or something.
That's
ridiculous.
wrong. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I knew he was a part of something. Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
mate.
there you
That's
go.
why
all
they
a
were saying
plan.
it was
It's
an
all a
awkward
plan.
first date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That didn't look right when they kept going to the coach's box and seeing Chris Scott and Buckley next
No.
to him. It just didn't
No,
look right.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I reckon it is going to backfire something bad because, you know, I was very critical of Bucks towards the end as a coach, but he's a good bloke, right? You can just tell he's just a good bloke. Chris Scott is a shit cunt. He is a wanker, isn't he? Both of the Scotts are.
Oh, they are.
They come from the same school as Scott. Shit cunts. Oh, sorry, I said it.
No. You can say anything on this show, man. But what I noticed with I don't know which Scott brother it was. I think it was Brad at Essendon when they got fucking absolutely crucified by the umps in one game last season. He spent the whole fucking week fucking going on every show fucking moaning about the umps. And then we played him and like, mate, the umps loved him, mate. It's like, come on, man. Just fucking, you guys got crucified by the umps. Fuck, we get crucified by the umps every fucking week, man. You don't see Fly fucking making a big deal about it. We beg Fly to fucking say something to the media about the umps, but he never does, mate. He's always Mr. Nice Guy.
You know, we talked about that qualifying final when Chris Scott was in charge of Geelong, and we just got absolutely smoked with 7 minutes straight of poor umpiring decisions. You know who was in charge of umpiring that year?
Oh,
His brother.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah. Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Are you?
He was only in this job for 12 months as well. Yeah? He
gaslighting.
wasn't there for long. I'm pretty sure he's only there for like 12 months.
We should have won the 22 flag, right? And we would have done away with Geelong.
Three-peat, mate.
And
Three-peat.
and we should have beaten them this last year as well. Should have got past Brizzy.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you say that, probably should have been a 4-peat.
At least two. At least two.
At least 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Be like Brisbane when they did it.
Right, who played in the grand final? And it would have been Sydney. We would have played.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
The other thing that happens when Cats go into a grand final that they win is they. If you're playing Sydney in the grand final, just put it in the book.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Sydney, Freo, GWS, they don't show up. You look at Richmond's flags. Yeah,
Richmond had 2 easy beats.
Have a look at the comment from Boyd. Ash Johnson would have been a premiership player. Fuck, that would have been something.
Mate, Ash Johnson in 20...
He was good in 22.
22. Yeah.
Even the start of 2023, when we beat Richmond in the wet, and he pretty much won the game for us. I remember walking home and telling my mates, mate, this kid's going to be an absolute fucking gun. Because he had a great fucking game. He was taking speckies. He was kicking goals from fucking 60. And I thought, mate, what a talent, you know? And just, I don't know what happened to him. He just...
Wrong. Just doesn't have the attitude because he's just got so much talent.
He is mentally and emotionally, he is so soft. Like there was a game, I want to say I watched like a what do I call basically like I watched like a replay of the game. I think we played Adelaide, whatever year it was. And like he literally just fell over in the goal square and then he gets up and he's like holding his stomach.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You've fallen over like you've been shot or you've had like a heart attack, and then you're just holding your stomach or like maybe like your arm because you've done like a shoulder or something. But like it looked like he was holding his like stomach. And I was like, what the fuck do you have, a stomach ache? Like, get the fuck up.
You know what was the final nail in his career when it was just you just knew it was all over for Ash Johnson?
I know what you're going to say.
He was playing in the twos down at Frankston, And
he
he
got
showed
dacked.
the ball.
Oh, I know
He showed the ball
exactly.
to the crowd,
Yeah.
and he literally had his pants pulled down.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
just an epic fail.
Yeah, because he showed the ball to the person that was chasing.
yeah.
And he
Showed
showed
the
the ball
ball.
to the crowd, and then he got dacked.
Yeah.
Look,
There
in
is
fairness
the
to
career.
him, he's from a town up in northern Western Australia with it's probably about fucking less than 100 people there. He wasn't the city life was just probably too much for him. Like, it was such a culture shock for him.
Yeah.
So it would have been so hard for him to adapt, especially like he was a naive 25, 26-year-old. Yeah. It's not like he came here as a kid and became, absorbed into the big city culture. It was probably just a bit too much for him. But
Yeah.
Although I don't know if you guys know this story, and I don't know, I always find this story fascinating. But I want to say he played in a grand final. I think it was under 15s or something. This is Ash Johnson. He played in the grand final when he was in the under 15s, and he went up for a specky. And when he came down, he actually broke both of his arms, not just one, both. He had two broken arms. That was like, when I heard that, I went, that's insane. Because I mean, like, we think of the Treloar broke hamstrings as bad.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But yeah, he broke both of his arms with going up for a specky. I think it was like an under 15s grand final or something like that. Wild.
Yeah. Is Treloar, he's still having hammy problems? He didn't play the other night, did he?
No, he's gone. No, he retired last season.
Oh, did he? Oh, man, that's sad.
Yeah.
Look, he used to shank it, but when he was playing for us, he played for the jumper,
Didn't Footscray win the VFL Premiership? I could have sworn he like went out on a flag or something.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe that was it. Maybe he's like, I'll finish this season on a flag. Let's just call it there, because I don't think he was going to get back after that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was amazing. Like the whole prime Bucks years, we had Hyphen had like 5 goals a game. Remember that? Prime Hyphen and as a forward.
the peak fourth quarter specialist. He would have like 10 disposals in a game up to say like 3/4 time, and he'd finish the game on like 35, or like not. But yeah, he'll have like 15 to 16 disposals in the fourth quarter alone. Like,
hey Sean, are you sure that Treloar's retired?
Has he? I could have sworn he had like a flag for Footscray in the VFL. I'll look it up.
Yeah. Anyway, Voidoid in the chat saying,
I'm kind of questioning it myself. Give me a second.
Yeah. Another one is fucking Taylor Adams, mate. Got into a pub brawl. So that's what happens, mate. When you leave Collingwood and you fucking back and you lay into us in the fucking media, that's what happens to you, mate. Taylor Adams. He's saying we fucked him over. Come on, man. You're fucking injured, mate. How are we going to put you into the grand final team, mate? You can't even fucking walk.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. He signed a 1-year contract extension. All right. Yeah. I apologize then.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah.
Taylor Adams, mate. Another one. Another shanker.
Taylor Adams. My God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually crazy how fast our team has changed from like 21.
Yeah. You got to give it to Fly.
Yeah.
Fly has prioritized good ball users, yeah?
Mm.
And because we used to, under Bucks, we had a lot of shankers, mate. You had your fucking Treloars, your Taylor Adams. Like, Treloar was great. He'd get the posies, but fuck, man, sometimes he'd shank it. Taylor Adams, it's good. That's what you want, mate. Just good ball users, mate.
That big bomb that Treloar did late in the grand final that sort of bounced back into play.
Yeah.
Instead of hitting up a target, he just bombed it, and then they just took it up the other end.
Now, who do you blame for that? Like, Treloar bombed it, and the pack went up, and Geordie hung at the back of the pack, waiting for the crumb, and fucking McGovern just took the fucking mark. Should Geordie have jumped up as well? We could,
It's hard to blame Geordie. He was very young then.
Yeah, and he had a good grand final anyway. And I'll tell you what, that last piece of play for West Coast, when before fucking Dom Sheed kicked that goal, imagine everything going fucking perfectly right in that passage of play. Fucking, what's his name? Ryan takes a specky, Sheed kicks a goal from the fucking boundary. Everything just went fucking perfectly right.
The umpire screwed us with a block on Maynard.
Especially as well in that grand final. I can't remember who kicked the first goal for like West Coast, but we had them on toast like so fucking bad. And then was it Liam Ryan that kicked the goal? Like he didn't even necessarily kick the goal. It just somehow hit like the back of his foot, and then it just happened to roll over the goal. Like that is one of the most unconvincing goals of all time. Like I feel like, and then that was the thing that kicked off all their goals. So if we somehow get that over the line as like a touch, we probably not only did we probably win that grand final, we probably win it by like over 40 points.
Yeah.
So like it's crazy how like that shit works.
Yeah, that was a weird last quarter, mate. I remember after I think it was after Checkers or Geordie's goal, we kicked the first two goals, bang bang.
The first two.
Yeah, and then in the centre square, it goes back in the centre, and like they gave a free against Grundy. From as long as I've looked at it, I'm thinking, what was that for? It was for nothing. I don't know what the umpires saw, and they got a goal straight back to get the momentum back. Oh man, that was harrowing.
But also as well, it is kind of an interesting sort of like what kind of would have happened if we did win that flag, like. Do we then
Buckley would have been a hero.
Does
there'd
like
be no
fly for another 10 years and stuff, like
Buckley would still be coach, mate. If we won that, Buckley would still be coach now, mate. Fly would have gone somewhere else,
So we'd have one grand. So we'd have one grand final win then.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, technically, right now, it wouldn't have been any different. It's just that instead of winning 23, you'd win 18. So it wouldn't be any different at the moment.
But you never know. It could have galvanised the group. We would still have Grundy, though.
You would have had free agents. We would have been a destination club.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Especially as well, like, you probably would have had Grundy on his massive contract and then would have had Eddie would have got Dane Beams again. Like all that stuff would have happened because
sliding doors.
Yeah, I still think all that happens, but then I guess at the end of the day, like it probably maybe works out the same. But then instead of being the team that missed out on that flag, like Eddie probably goes out being like, "Oh, but guys, like, what's the problem? At least we won a flag in 2018." Like,
here's the thing: like, if we won 2018, Bucks wouldn't have been sacked in 2021. Bucks would have been a lot nicer guy to be around had we won 2018. He would have been a lot more chilled, and so he would have just been hard to deal with. And it's like hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Do you reckon that would be purely off the fact that he never won a flag, though?
Sorry?
Do you reckon he would have been hard to deal with purely off the fact that he never won a flag?
No, he would have been better. He would have been that he didn't win a flag.
Yeah. So the fact that he didn't win a flag.
I think he was getting more and more desperate. So everyone thinks Fly's a genius. Fly's a genius. He came in 2022. He played in a prelim. No, we just had a very good side that just was sick of Bucks. Like, he was a hard taskmaster.
Yeah.
And what the guys like these days, they need a cuddle.
Yeah, I know. Another massive missed opportunities. We've talked about it heaps of times. Is the Malthouse transition to Buckley? That fucking balls up.
Here's my theory. I don't know if I mentioned it last night. This is what happens. Okay, because the media, they're constantly deriding us for clickbait. They don't like us. They're hopeful that we do badly, and they don't research, so they're ignorant about what's going on at Collingwood. So there's 4 major reasons why they derail us. So most Collingwood supporters buy into the Herald Sun, buy into SEN, buy into Fox Footy, and they go, we're shit. Oh, we're so shit. And then when we make a prelim, wow. Oh, that's amazing. We've done so well. Because Kane Corn said we weren't very good, and we're not, and that's a great effort. I reckon that's why we don't have the attitude that we need to be winning premierships, and nothing else counts. Yeah. That's why, because the media is constantly telling us we're shit, and most Collingwood supporters believe it.
Also, as well, there is a comment here about Jared Witts and DC would have made a good ruck combo like that. Just fuck, I would love to have seen that. Like,
but the thing is, though,
what is
Sean,
going on?
You gotta remember. All right, as much as we love bagging Grundy, remember that he had a couple of really fucking good seasons where he was like another midfielder, and that's what seduced us all, and then he had this really shit season after that. And
that was
too
after
late.
he signed that contract.
Yeah,
as soon as
it was
he signed
too
that
late.
Contract, it was shit.
Which Abdullah in the chat says we're still paying him off for one more year. That's fucking ridiculous. He's been to another club as well. He's been to 2 clubs.
Yeah, it was
after he's left us, and we're still paying him off. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it was a 5-year deal that's kicked off in 2020. No, 2020.
Oh, so we've finished that. Okay. Well, before I forget, while we're on the rucks, now I love the guy. He's great around the ground, best and fairest winner. But what is going on with Darcy Cameron in the centre square? What was going on tonight? What is this? Just standing there and watching the other ruckman?
Yeah, because he knows.
Jump into him.
TDK's a jump. TDK's a jumper, and I think DC was thinking, "There's no fucking way I can compete with this guy." So he's probably, I don't know, thinking of outside the square. What can I do against him?
I think he's been watching too much of Jeff White's first use, and I thought, what I'm going to do, he's the idea. He's going to try and jump into me. So what I'll do is I won't jump, and he'll just jump into thin air. But TDK is just going, no, I'm going to hit the ball at its highest point.
Yeah,
it just made him look silly most of the night.
Would you say that TDK beat him last night?
Definitely in the centre square. Around the ground, it was even. But Darcy did well with the marks around the ground. But those centre square, they're so vital,
Oh yeah.
And, no, but Darcy towards the end, he did start to jump, and he did all right when he just jumped at it. He has got a decent leap. I just don't think he's confident when he jumps at it.
He was jumping in the State of Origin game, and I thought, this is good.
He was good.
I think he just got a bit phased out because it was TDK. I think he just like, it's TDK. He's such a good jumper.
TDK and Silvani, I thought were actually pretty good today. Like I actually really rated both of them. I reckon if we had Silvani, he's pretty handy. But I would love to have Steen. I reckon I saw Steen playing preseason. He can jump. He can jump. He is a massive leap. I would love to have Steen. Give him 4 weeks. I reckon he'll nail it. He has to come in probably in the season or
I think it was the right call. Like a lot of us before the game were saying, "Oh no, fucking no Cochrane, no Steen. Fuck, we should have at least one of them in." But it worked. The small tactic worked. But who knows if it's going to work in the future? Maybe we'll get found out with better against better teams with better, taller players.
But also as well, I feel like if you have Darcy Moore playing like this week, I don't think the Cochrane conversation even happens.
Yeah.
No.
So that's probably like one of the things I'd probably like put up in the conversation because. And even then, it's like you sort of look at Cochrane, and it's a massive stretch, but it's only because we didn't have more there. So with hopefully Moore is back for the Adelaide game, which it seems like he probably will be. That's definitely one where, because Moore's not there, you sort of entertain it. But again, and again, you're only really in the same token, you're only entertaining West because our key forwards didn't really look that great either. But again, if the key forwards and we don't really have any really key backs outside of Frampton, but if they all stand up, then the conversation doesn't necessarily take place. But I think Steen needs to. I'm one of his biggest fans and stuff, but Steen needs.
We know.
we know.
Because I haven't made it that obvious,
The thing is, Sean,
I hate to tell you that, Sean, mate. I think you're in the friend zone.
The thing is, Sean, with playing Steen, you got to get rid of Buller or McStay. So he'll only get a game if one of those guys gets injured. He's not going to. They're not going to drop Buller or McStay for him unless he fucking turns on.
They better watch out, those boys, especially McStay. Hey, by the way, Mick, can you change the screen to just the all us boys? It's a bit blinding the
sorry,
the
man.
team sheet.
Nice.
Just got it on the big screen. That's all.
No problem, pal.
Do you think there's any chance Steen could play this week against Adelaide?
Oh, probably not.
I think probably not. I think it's more.
Yeah.
I think it's more through the emotional and mental side of it, just because I think it's because if you're in and out, I feel like that's the factor I'd be looking at, because if you're gonna play him, I feel like you'd want to. Yeah, and then because at that point it's like, if you're going to be backing players in, you need to back them in. If it's just if you play them one game out the next, play one game out the next, that's probably the thing we need to probably not do. And there's nothing stopping us from playing him in round, say, 5 or 6 or whichever round that is. And as much as and again as well too, a lot of the players that might not have had great games, like Sidey was pretty quiet. I think from memory, don't think he had a bad game, but he was quiet. Like Long, I'm looking at a few here. Those guys probably have lukewarm games, but then next week they might be the ones that are getting 25 plus disposals, and maybe one of them chips in for a goal. So again, you sort of need a bit of a sample size before you start to go, okay, this player's not in great form, or this player's doing really well. Because if we're just going off just one game, well, I'm just trying to, if we're going just off one game, then obviously Jordan De Goey is probably winning the Coleman then, and we know that's probably not going to happen. So,
because the reason
what I would say. One thing, what I would say is that these boys, like Longy being a bit quiet and side bottom, we shouldn't care who it is. If they string 2 or 3 games like that, and you got boys performing in the 2s, sorry, you're having a rest, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, but after one game, I think.
Oh no, I agree. I agree. And I don't care whether it's Ed Allen or it's still side bottom. Give them a couple of 2 or 3 games at least.
Yeah.
To because essentially it's like it feels like we're still in pre-season. Like let them get a good go at it.
Yeah. Because I think he said a couple of years ago that you don't feel like you found your feet till about round 6. I think that's what he said.
Who was that?
Apparently, Paul Seedsman, the former Collingwood player. He made a tweet a couple of years ago. I think someone just asked him randomly on Twitter, and he said that you don't feel like you found your feet till about round 6. So that's 6 weeks.
When's our first VFL game?
In about 2 weeks.
And what happens in the meantime? Are they playing intra-club games weekly until
they play? I don't think it's anything official, and I don't think they're gonna. They might have it as a. I don't think it's anything official. Like you won't be able to watch it anywhere, but they'll have some form of a practice match. But I think that'll have to be confirmed at a later date, obviously. And we do have a bye round 1 as well, so that also sucks.
Fuck.
Oh man.
Shit.
That
27th
VFL, that
27th
fixture for the
March,
VFL is ridiculous, man. There's like a bye every fucking 4 rounds or something.
Don't even get me started. Yeah, but our first game is on the 27th of March. We play the Giants at Victoria Park.
Oh yeah, Giants are our third opponent. So our first 6, so Crows, Giants, Lions, Freo, Carlton, probably can go 4-2. I think 4-2 is probably our pass mark. I feel like.
Yeah, the round 3 when we played Giants, that'd be after the bye. Yeah, so yeah, that'll probably so it'll probably be a whole Giants day then, where we'll play them in the VFL and was it 12-10? So it might be like we'll probably play them Friday night then.
Yep, Friday night Giants.
Yep. So
I'm just looking at our draw. It's a kind of a draw, man. Fuck. We always get a shit draw, don't we?
Yes,
We did.
Yeah.
Because
they want us playing in blockbusters all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's a hard end to the season.
We always end up
from Brisbane, Adelaide.
Yeah. And when we do play Brisbane at home, they make us play them at Marvel. You know, come on, man, give us, Brisbane at the G, mate.
Yeah.
Really
I just saw the
play
comment
games
from
in
Void
Marvel?
as well. I just saw the comment from Void as well about Mitch McGovern. I mean, has that guy found his feet at all yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just keep giving, mate. We've got so many brilliant memories and highlights against that mob, man.
Oh yeah.
Did you see McGovern play like the other day? He was shocking.
Yeah.
That's the thing, that's when you know when you're shit, when McGovern's in your top 10 best players.
Yeah.
Fuck. That
Yeah.
actually, I'll make this call right now. I think I reckon they'll be in the bottom 4 this year. I reckon they're going to completely they're going to completely shit the bed.
I'm tipping Essendon for the spoon, only because a lot of their fans have been. Yeah. Sorry, a lot of their. You go.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that. I think I said, what was it last week, that if it, in terms of like betting purposes, if it came down to either Richmond or West Coast or taking the field, I'd take the field because I reckon there's going to be someone new.
Yeah.
Whether if it was Essendon, whether if it was Carlton or whoever. Why didn't Dirksen play? I mean, they've got a pretty shit list, so Dirksen's not going to make them any better. So why not?
Yeah.
I've got Melbourne finishing last.
Melbourne.
I got Melbourne finishing. Yeah, because they don't even have the track.
Yeah.
But also as well with Melbourne draft pretty well though. So Melbourne, they'll have some like talent, but they're all kids. And they do have Checkers. Like Checkers is, I'm actually really interested to know how Checkers will go because he'll be solid. Like he'll be like one of those options where he'll be like a Band-Aid fix, but at least he'll be competent. So
man, if Checkers plays a full season, I'll go fucking nuts.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he probably will play a whole season, but he'll probably lose a leg in the process. So
yeah,
Checkers is done.
Yeah.
He might play 12 games.
Yeah. How good was fucking Petrarca the other night? Fuck.
Holy shit.
Scary, man.
Yeah.
Scary.
Oh, we should have got him. We should have got him.
Yeah. I'll say
we actually, I know this for a fact. We tried to get him. What was it? Not the last off season, but the off season before. And Melbourne were basically cunts in the process.
We couldn't give him enough, probably.
Yeah,
had nothing to give them.
Yeah, I mean he was literally. So when Fly was talking about Silvani about going on dates, he was the original. Silvani was Silvani was what the sloppy seconds.
Yeah. Did Melbourne get rid of Stephen May? What's going on there?
No,
Is he playing?
Isn't he
He
going through some
retired.
legal?
Wow.
Yeah, no, isn't he going through some legal battles or something? There's like something going.
I heard he retired.
I know people on Triple M are very scared to talk about it. So
Yeah.
Probably
Remember when the media was saying we were after him? Imagine we got him and then he fucking fucked up. Did something stupid.
That's actually why I reckon, because there was that whole thing where we seemed interested and then we're like, oh no, sorry guys, he's like failed the medical, so we can't get him now. Because I remember saying that to Anthony and stuff, and like Anthony was sort of basically he's like, oh, I don't see it, blah blah, like it's, obviously clubs don't work that way, and I reckon that's actually what it was. I reckon we sort of knew that, regardless if we knew it before or like during the process of it, but I reckon we would have found out at some point. And I do believe, I reckon that we would have been, oh shit, okay, this might be a bit of a shit show down the road. And because I mean, really, at the end of the day, like Stephen May to fail a medical as well, I just don't really see that as a, because I mean, players have failed a medical and they still turn up at that club. Albeit like the cost is not even close. So I think I don't know if I'm breaking any. I don't know if this is breaking news or not, but I know Steve Johnson was going to come to Collingwood, but he failed a medical, and because he failed a medical, he then went to the Giants. So Steve Johnson was going to be a Collingwood player.
It would have been after his prime, though. Yeah.
It was when the year that he went to the Giants. He was coming to us originally.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand him.
I would like to think that enough time has come past where I can now say
2011. That's another. We should have won 2011.
God.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Bucks and Mick feuding in the box on grand final day.
Could have won 12, 13, 14. Right.
Hey, Matt, I know I've heard this before, but I can't remember exactly how it went. So Malthouse, what happened? Was Buckley telling Malthouse to take Reed off Hawkins?
My theory, but Swanee also agrees.
Yeah,
is that because Podsiadly went down, right? So Tarrant's playing on Podsiadly. Podsiadly goes down, and Tarrant's playing on Stokes.
Yeah,
right. And you've got Reed, who's lame, playing on Hawkins. And Hawkins is ragdolling Ben Reed.
Yeah, but only because he's injured.
The whole ground is saying, put Terrence on Hawkins. Stop this.
Yeah.
So the theory goes is that Bucks made the suggestion to Mick, should we put Taz on the Hawk? And because Buckley came up with it, Mick's like stood his ground and gone, no, I'm keeping Reed on him. Cost us the flag, I reckon.
Yeah, it did.
That's just Mick being bitter about, that Nathan's about to take over. So that's what. So I'm literally, I used to be an MCC member, and I was literally sitting in the row in front of the coach's box. So they've got like 3 rows of people with their arms up going, get him off, get Reed off, and put Tarrant on him. Because Tarrant was playing on a small forward in Stokes.
Yeah.
And that was Bucks advocating for Tarrant.
Yeah.
There you go.
So why didn't Malthouse move him off Hawkins? Because Bucks suggested it.
Yeah.
Sook.
Okay.
The Eddie Maguire legacy, I reckon it's a bit tainted. 2 things. He come up with the fucking the whole succession plan bullshit, which fucking went balls up.
That was
terrible.
terrible.
On top of that, he fucking signed up fucking Grundy to that contract. Having said that, he did revolutionise the club and got us back on board, He
did. I'm a big fan of Eddie, but that was that succession plan, because he was too scared to lose Buckley to go and coach another club. We would have won at least 2 flags in that period. We would have won 2011 and
that team
probably
was so young
2012 as
too.
well.
That's the thing that pissed me off.
Yeah,
about
youngest
that.
flags. I think
Yeah.
second youngest premiership team.
Yeah.
So,
And then the Grundy
Bucks just didn't have the right style. Bucks just didn't have the right style for coaching. He just came in as a captain, and all the senior players were like, Bucks, don't tell us what to do. You know, and Mick knew how he would treat players differently. Like he knew you couldn't treat Scott Pendlebury was different to a Daisy Thomas. Daisy Thomas was different to an Alan Didak. You know. So he would, but Buckley, this is how you're doing it. So Pendles was fine with that, but Swanee and Daisy Thomas and guys like that, like, fuck you, Bucks. The fuck are you? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Like Swanee couldn't stand Bucks as a coach early on. And he did say that later on he got better because they pulled his head in. He had to pull his head in after 2017, and then he became a better coach. Obviously, he made a grand final because he changed. But he, like Swanee, just not because he got along better with Mick than he got on with Buckley, but just how he just knew how people had different personalities, and you had to treat people differently, and people got motivated differently as well. Yeah. And that's what and Mick Malthouse was a master man manager. You know, he knew that Daisy liked to have a kick to kick before the game. You know, he knew that he wouldn't ask Dids and Swanee what they did on a Friday night. You know, it was he just knew how to get the best out of people.
Yeah. And Heath, sure, he's still resentful about Bucks to this day.
Yeah.
Because also as well, I was a Legends member from 09 to 11. And like I remember like going as like a 14, 15, 16-year-old to like all the games each week, and I cannot stress enough how much it was like watching the Globetrotters every fucking week. It was like, and just there was even like the amount of games we even went to. Like this was how good it was. If we didn't see 24 goals in a game, we would walk away disappointed.
Yeah,
that was the standard. 20. If we didn't see 6 goals a quarter, we walked away disappointed. It didn't matter if we won, lost, or whatever. But if we didn't kick 24 goals, that was like, oh damn, that was a shit week.
The best Collingwood I've ever seen was 2011, and for some reason, and we've spoken about some of them, we just couldn't handle Geelong. But apart from Geelong beating us, no one else could get near us that year.
No.
Yeah.
We really. But also as well, 2011, we basically went into that final series so injury riddled it wasn't even funny. Like Ben Reid shouldn't have taken the field.
Yeah.
Jolly, I think, was injured too. Jolly was one that shouldn't have played. But that was Mick being Mick. See, here's the other thing. What people don't realise is because it was Mick's last chance, he took those risks. He's like, I'm going to win a premiership or else. He was thinking about himself, wasn't he? You see, he's like, that's my last chance.
Yeah.
So selfish.
Yeah. The prelim in 2010, I still reckon that was the most powerful performance I've ever seen.
Oh, it was great.
It was against Geelong. That was just, mate, Cloak and
you smoked them,
mate. I haven't seen anything like that since. Like that powerful Collingwood performance, that just toughness and intensity. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah. You reckon our 2010 side could have beaten Brisbane in their prime?
I reckon the better question is which side's better, the 2010 or 2011? I reckon 2011 was better.
2011 was better.
Yeah.
Right, especially if everyone's fully healthy, 2011 is better. Because I think that's what killed us in 2011 was that we had so many guys that were injury riddled. Yeah, as I said, like Ben Reid was a walking corpse going into the, or not a corpse, but you know he was he was so hurt. It was ridiculous that he even played, especially when you had Presti having the precedent the year before. I know Dane Beams was laid out and like he did the Presti thing, but we had so many guys. Yeah,
I got to say, in fairness to Bucks, those in between years, like from about 2012 up until probably 2017, were pretty shit. But I reckon, from my memory, is every fucking year we were absolutely fucking destroyed by injuries. Like it was just remember everyone was complaining about the training facilities. Remember everyone was saying that our training, the ground, the Gosh's paddock was fucking concrete, shit like that.
Yeah, but that's also because our medical department was utter shit house.
Yeah,
like Eddie was like notorious for not wanting to upgrade our medical department.
Yeah.
And it showed, like, even with like Thomas would have had such a better career if we had a better medical department, because he kept having ankle issues. It just would not go away.
Yeah. With going back on Eddie Maguire, like I remember, Eddie. It seems to me with the stuff that he does now, he seems to be kind of like the AFL's kind of secret spokesman whenever they want something introduced. For example, he's always pushing the night grand final. And I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a bigger worldwide market, whatever it's going to be worth to them. Who the fuck cares? But Maguire always brings it up, and it just makes me think: has this guy got something to gain out of this? You know, it just shits me, man. It's just leave it as a. Why are you going to push it all the time, mate? You know.
Yeah, because it's a if I scratch your back, you will scratch mine type of thing.
Yeah, and the big knobs in the media, I think they're in cahoots with the AFL in some sort of way. It's such a little bubble industry that we've got here. Yeah. They all, a lot of the big media, like Caro gets lauded as some kind of fucking great, journalist, but really, can she really say what she wants? Is she really just?
It's strange to me. It's actually strange to me how she continues to get a job. I don't know if she's still working now, but because every time during the year she'll always have a segment, especially when it's anything around like the women's. She always seems to have a couple of like stories throughout the year where she's so emotionally charged. It's just. Yeah. You can just tell her whole story is like completely full of shit, and she's making shit up. And you can tell because she's like so emotionally like, I'm gonna just flat out lie to push something. Like the whole what was it, like the Maynard and Brayshaw, and she tried to push like the whole. What was the whole like the roses and the glass or something like that?
The flowers,
yeah.
He didn't take the flowers or something.
Yeah. And then, so anytime Kara's like emotionally charged, I'm like, okay, it's full of shit. Yeah. So that's like sort of the indication. Because I know what she went at, was it Craig Kelly she went at? About like with like because we had the netball team, and we had to obviously cut that, and like she went after, maybe it wasn't Craig Kelly, but it was somebody. Yeah, she basically went after somebody, and because I hate to say it, but because she's a female, and a female team was like getting cut from Collingwood and everything. She's it's my understanding. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
I know. It's
my sources say.
And also as well too, I wouldn't even be surprised if like she's even getting like some word from God, what's her name? I mean, is she even running shit now? What's her name? Kane. I wouldn't even be surprised if even Laura Kane's like even given her information, because it's like a female to male type thing.
don't mind me bringing up like this, a bit of a conspiracy theory kind of thing, but Caro's husband was the media manager for Dan Andrews during the all that COVID stuff. So all those big slogans like "I stand with Dan" and blah blah blah. That was all her husband's media ideas to give him a good kind of during that time. Whether you were supportive of that or not doesn't matter. But all I'm saying is it's Caro's husband, so she's in that clique of Melbourne fucking movers and shakers. She's in that sphere, and I don't trust her, and I don't trust anyone in the media space. I don't really watch them these days. Like very rarely watch. I get all my info from podcasts, fan guy people, and but the media just shits me. Like, look, remember when Geordie went to fucking Bali, and he was dancing with that chick, and Caro made this big thing about it, and fucking Corns went fucking nuts as well. And it turned out the girl that was involved was one of his mates, and she didn't give a shit what was going on. She was like happy. They're mates. They're mucking around in front of the camera. It was nothing. It was so innocent and harmless. It was really nothing, And they made a big thing about it, and then it petered out into nothing, and they never went back and said, "Oh, we overreacted." No, they just moved on to the next fucking clickbait bullshit they come up with. Oh man.
Yeah, she's poison, Caro, and she is establishment.
Yeah, her old man was the president of Richmond, and he was a big shot lawyer or something in town. So there you go.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like once you actually figure out how small the world is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is so small. Like
especially the bubble industry that the AFL and the Labor Party. They're very like what's his name? The McLaughlin, Gillan McLaughlin.
Hamish.
Sorry. Which one was the CEO of the AFL?
Hamish?
Was it Hamish?
No, Hamish was game day.
Yeah, Gillan McLaughlin.
Gillan.
Yeah, whatever his fucking name is. He's gone from the AFL CEO straight to fucking Tabcorp.
They're all school. Yeah, it's all school ties.
All things. Absolutely.
It's all old boys network.
Yeah, exactly.
These people are so like. I'm pretty sure Caro was the one. There was some Port Adelaide board member who was like some right wing guy or something, and Caro got angry, was talking about him or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
That was Treadray took a stance. Treadray took a stance against the jab mandate.
Yeah,
and Caro was just going nuts over that. And Nick Rewalt stuck up for him, which was really classy.
Yeah,
good on him.
See that?
Because like the whole media and they're in this bubble of like they're all these like elitist this elitist bubble where only one way of thought is the only way. The only way is their way, and these people do my head in.
It's this woke garbage as well.
Yeah,
like
absolute garbage.
Yeah, and AFL was very influential and in lockstep with the whole COVID rubbish as well. Like that's a big part of it. Like I got stuck in Australia for 9 months because the day I landed, I went back to visit the folks, and the world locked down, and the whole so it was like one of my only. You want to get away from the media, you want to get away from the bad news, so you want to watch the footy. But in the footy, they're pushing all this politics stuff.
Yeah,
like okay, how do you feel about COVID and other political stuff? We want to get away from it when watching the footy.
Exactly.
But when you see the coaches wearing masks and then pushing all this other agenda during the game, you're like, can't we just get away from it for a second?
I know. That's why we love it, mate.
Yeah, it's an escape. Like,
and it's quite funny. I feel like the more the AFL gets involved, the worse it gets. Like I believe like the grassroots stuff is at its lowest, and the AFL is putting in billions, and like so where is all this money going to? You know, like billions and billions, and there's no effect. You know,
Queensland.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, that elitist circle that we've been talking about, they're making a lot of money out of all of us fucking consuming fucking football, mate. You know, it's funneling through somehow, and they've just created this fucking perfect little fucking system to help themselves. And Eddie's part of that too, man. We love Eddie as he's part of it, mate. He's there too, mate. You know?
Yep, absolutely. Like you don't become CEO of Channel 9 without being in the club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens at 3 a.m, mate. The mood changes and we get into conspiracy and
As long as we don't talk about any islands, we should be all right.
Any what?
Any islands, we should be all right.
Yeah, I know.
So by the way, before I forget, guys, so I'm starting a channel.
You are
Beautiful. Collingwood channel. Yeah. So the Warble's a channel, and it's mainly going to be live. It's going to be lives that are going to be reactions. So we're going to react to a video live.
Okay.
And a lot of Collingwood content. So like it'll be content creators that I really like Into the Woods.
Okay.
I love those guys. So and I love taking the piss out of them. So they'll put out a show and we'll do a live reaction to Dermot and Michael. So that'll be a show. Yeah, yeah, and they can join the panel. Like that'll be. So it won't be free for all. So we'll have like say maximum 4 people, and then we might open it up later on in the show, and everyone can join. And
is that what it's going to be called, Matt? The Warble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Beautiful, man.
That's what it'll be. Beautiful. So just working out how to StreamYard and all that sort of stuff. So you guys are welcome to get involved in that, and it'll be a bit of fun. And like someone comes out, like it'll be a shitty video that comes out, the media about Collingwood will react to that, or like Sporting Eyes will do something. And we'll react.
I've been wanting to do content like that.
So that's
beautiful. Look forward to it, man. I know the way you are, mate. It'll go off. It'll be popular, mate. Especially if you're not
fly us the hype from that channel, mate. It's gonna go off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'll be great. Yeah. All right. On that note, perhaps we should call it a night. I'll do another one before the Adelaide game, probably Friday night. And
Excellent.
We'll take it from there.
Excellent.
All right, gentlemen and people in the chat, thank you for sticking around. It's fantastic. Still got 21 people listening in at fucking 3 a.m.
Pretty good effort, guys. That is great.
Well done,
Fantastic.
That's great, mate. That's great.
Yeah, there's still 20 watching. Well done. If they're all awake.
Yeah. It's all good. All right. Thanks, gentlemen, and I'll catch us on Friday.
Great job.
All right.
Sounds good.
Nick,
All right,
Thanks, mate.
See you.
Catch
Go
you later.
boys.
Go boys.
Go boys.
See you guys.